I start the video?
Good, but I'm not there yet, but I'll come in when I'm ready. We'll just
Hello, Tahana, Dorit, Gitti, and Tamar. I see that you're connected. If you can hear me, can you please raise your hand? You do that by clicking on participants, and then there's a blue hand that looks like a high five, and you click on that, and then I will see it next to your name. Hana and Tamar, if you can hear me. Actually, never mind. I see you have a microphone sign next to your names. Okay, I see Tamar's video.
What?
I see your video and I hear you. Okay, that's
But
good.
I can't. What do you mean you see my video? Because I don't see you.
Oh, that's
What do
because
you
I
mean you
didn't turn
can
it
see me? Because I don't see you. I don't see
on.
anything.
Now you'll see me.
Ah, okay. Hi.
This is what I look like if you forgot in the last few days.
What?
This is what I look like in case you forgot.
No, it hasn't been such a long time since we've seen each other. But Bila, how do I
Yes.
how do I open a full screen of everything? Like I saw it yesterday with the Ishtalmut and
On
Zoom.
your top right, there should be
And
like
by
a
the way, I
memo.
can barely hear you. What?
So then you need to raise the volume on your computer. You
How
press
do I do
F,
that?
on the bottom left, there should be FN. And then on the top, maybe F12.
Hey.
Shalom Racheli.
Shalom.
לעזור לנו?
I talk in English?
You can if you want to.
אני יותר טובה
זה בסדר, לא כולם פה עדיין.
הילה, את המנחה?
כן.
אוקיי, אז נעים מאוד. שלום לכולן.
זה לא כולם.
יש שרון שלחה לי רשימה של כל המשתתפות, עם הטלפונים שלהם ביקשתי. אז אם יש בעיה ספציפית, אני יכולה ליצור קשר עם כל אחת, בסדר?
אוקיי.
ואתם יודעות להשתמש בזום? תסבירי לי את הפעם ראשונה, זה מה?
אולי כל אחד ניתן לה אפשרות.
אני לא...
אוקיי, אז קודם כל, כרגע אני רואה שדורית...
אוף.
תמר?
מה?
עכשיו שומעים אותך, זה היה מחובל לך הרמקול מקודם.
כן, אבל תקשיבי רגע, אני לא יודעת, אני בקושי שומעת אתכם בווליום. אני צריכה ממש להתאמץ, אז השאלה איך אני עושה את זה?
או שאת מגבירה את הווליום במחשב, או שאת מחברת את המחשב לרמקול אחר, או שאת מחברת אוזניות ושמה בתוך האוזניים. מה האופציה הכי טובה?
שמה, אוזניות?
Tamar, there's an FN button, and then there's something that looks like a picture of a ramkol and a few pasim. That means louder. So you press FN.
Excuse me, what? Again?
You press FN on the bottom left of your keyboard. Do you see anything that says FN?
Listen, I see like a little ramkol.
Are you on your phone or on a laptop?
I'm not on my phone, I'm on the computer.
Okay, so on the keyboard of the computer, there should be something that says FN. Do you see something like that? Next to the Windows
okay,
button, next
yes,
to Control
I see.
Shift, you
Okay,
press
yes,
that.
I see. Okay,
And
I
on
see
the
it,
top row, where there's all the F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? There should be a picture that looks like a speaker. And then it shows like a couple of lines on the speaker. That's to increase the volume.
My God. Is it F11 or something? Wait.
F11 might be to lower it. On my laptop, F11 is to lower it and F12 is to make it higher.
Okay, so I have to press it together with the FN?
FN and then F12 together.
What?
את שומעת יותר טוב?
Bila, I'm doing it.
Okay, can you hear us better?
No.
Okay, רחלי, יש לך משהו להציע לה?
לשים אוזניות.
Do you have...
אוקיי, רגע, מהאוזניות רגילות של נייד, כאילו, של פלאפון?
כן, לחבר לקדימה של המחשב ולשים באוזניים ותשמעי אותנו הרבה יותר טוב.
טוב, אז אוקיי, אז חכו רגע. אוקיי, אז חכו שנייה, בסדר?
בילה, אני פשוט פה, ואם צריך משהו, את תגידי לי.
זה לא כולם עדיין. Hi, Varda. Okay, Dorit, your microphone is muted, and Ariella Almog, your microphone is muted.
Okay, בסדר, my daughter helped me.
כל הכבוד to your
My
daughter.
daughter helped me too.
Hi,
everyone.
Okay.
Okay, so who are we missing? How about Rivka? Will Rivka be joining us? Does anybody know?
רוצה שאני אתקשר אליה? אני אתקשר לכל מי שלא מחוברת? אני שמה אותי על שקט ומצלצלת לכל מי שלא מחוברת, בסדר?
יש לך את המספרי טלפון שלהם?
טוב?
כן.
אז אני עוברת לשקט.
Okay. Okay, so basically I find that with these things, the best thing is to mute the microphones and only talk like one at a time, basically. Unmute when you want to say something. But I'm going to give you guys a chance. I see that you're very, very well behaved. The three of you who I can see, the three of you who I can't see, I don't see and I don't hear you. And your microphones are muted anyway. So the three of you who I can see, not yours, Tamar. The three, Tamar, Varda, and Gitti. Ariella's joining us. Tamar, Varda, and Gitti, you're all very well behaved. You're on time. Your microphones are unmuted, and I can see you. Ariella unmuted her microphone. Kol hakavod. Ariella, do you know if Rivka is joining us?
If what? Oh, I didn't talk to her.
Rivka, Tzvia.
Should we ask that? Should I call her?
No, we have somebody calling them now, so it's okay. I'm going to ask you guys to help me out.
המספר של רבקה שיש אצלי הוא לא נכון, אז...
אוקיי, אז יש לנו את אריאלה, היא תתקשר אליה.
אני מתקשרת לצביה.
Do you want me to call someone?
Yeah, call Rivka.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so...
I'm calling Rivka.
You're calling Rivka. Does anybody have Tzvia's contact information?
I have it. I could try afterwards.
Could be that Rachel is going to call her.
No. Sorry.
Okay, so Gitty, if family members are like going to be walking in and out, it's best to mute your microphone and then unmute it when you want. When you want
So listen.
Doing the Ishtamu on Zoom. They asked me to call you and see if you could join.
Okay,
Would you
let's see,
join?
Delia is connected.
Okay.
But her microphone
Okay, you know how to
is
do
on.
it? I wrote that ID number if you need it on the computer.
Oh, Delia, if you can hear me, can you please
Oh,
raise
so you just
your
press
hand?
it. Okay.
Where it says
I think you just click the
participant
link then.
or raise hand, or write to me in a
Okay,
chat and let me
let's
know
see
that.
it.
Hannah Hirsch is on
Wifka's
twice.
joining in 2 minutes. Guys, Wifka's joining in 2 minutes. Should I call Tivia?
If you have her number.
Yeah. No, I didn't know if anyone called her yet.
I
Okay.
see Mital didn't join, Ariella, Audrey didn't join.
I'm calling Tivia.
Okay, let's see what the story is with Audrey. Oh, Delia, I don't know if you hear me. If you do, then raise your hand. Audrey.
Hi, Tivia. Hey, Tivia. You getting on? Okay. Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, I see Sharon. Okay.
I hear. You don't have 6 computers? Okay.
She can do it from a smartphone. Here's Rivka.
Yeah,
Bila, do you hear me?
Oh, Delia, now I hear you. Okay, so good. So you can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
me.
מיטל תתחבר עוד 5 דקות.
Here's Hannah. Hannah, we see you, but we don't hear you, Hannah. Hannah, connecting to audio. Rivka connecting to audio.
עם מי עוד צריך לדבר? מיטל תתחבר בהמשך.
Hello?
Who just said hello? Was that Rivka?
Hannah.
Hannah.
here.
Okay,
Hi.
Hannah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Rivka?
okay. I was having problems with my regular computer. I'm on my phone, but I'm going to try and do it on my laptop in a minute. To get on
Okay.
my laptop.
Rivka,
Do you
your
hear?
microphone is off. Okay, so if you're going to want to talk, you have to unmute your microphone.
You see me?
See that part bottom left. Yes, we see you, Hannah. Okay, Dorit,
מה עם טלי? מי זאת טלי?
Tali Haas. I don't see Tali Haas.
אני אדבר איתה?
Okay. Yashvat joined us. Yeah. I see you guys all miss each other dearly. 13 participants, but that's very misleading. Who are we missing? We're missing Meital. And we have Hannah twice.
Oh, okay. We're trying to get it. You have me on my regular computer and on my phone, because my regular computer, there's a problem with the camera. I saw you, but you wouldn't see me.
Right. I see that it doesn't have the camera symbol.
Unless, if that's a problem, I'd rather stay on the big computer, but I'm trying to get on my laptop now.
Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me.
Zira, you have to change your clothes if you're gonna paint. You're holding a paintbrush. It spritzes when you don't notice. Everything in the house is dust. Anything you do, put on, change your clothes.
Yes, we all hear you. If you don't want us all to hear you, then you should mute your microphone.
I know, but that was interesting, wasn't it?
So that's what I was starting to say as all of you guys were joining, is that if you have a lot going on in the background, it's best to mute your microphone and only unmute it when you want to talk. Okay, if you're in a place where nobody's going to bother you, nobody's going to come in, then you can have your microphone the whole time, provided that you're not going to make strange noises. Okay. Okay, Sharon.
Okay,
We
what
haven't
kind of
heard
strange
you-
noises do you want?
No strange noises. Sharon, we haven't heard you talk yet. So could you just unmute your microphone? We'll make sure that your microphone works. Say hello.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, great. That's working.
I might not see anything.
Svia, say hello
Yeah.
or something.
Hello.
Okay, great. We hear
Sorry.
Svia. We didn't hear Dorit yet.
Do you hear me? Oh,
I'm
you
just
should.
You raised your hand.
I know how to
but-
do this.
Oh, no, I just lost
I'm
it.
here.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, Dorit. Okay, great.
Oh,
Okay.
I lost the line.
בלרה?
I think we can start. רחלי, מיטל אמרה עוד כמה דקות היא מתחברת?
מיטל עוד כמה דקות, וטלי מתחברת עכשיו.
Okay.
שלחתי לה קישור.
All right.
Okay.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you can hear me, and now I'm turning it off because I think people are coming in from shopping. I just want to make sure people can hear.
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Okay, so my first question is, and this is going to be a question, and then what you're going to do is to raise your hand if you want to
You're
answer.
just asking, do you hear me?
I want you to put on different clothing.
Okay.
It's only a second, and it only takes a second to ruin your clothing. Just put something
Yeah,
else on. You have clothing from yesterday.
רבקה,
I didn't put myself on mute.
I don't hear
No.
clearly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
Am I
gonna
right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
you're always right. Mom is always right. That's how it is.
Can I ask a question? Do you hear me?
Svea, we do hear you.
Oh, good.
Okay, so when you move your mouse on the bottom, you will see something that says participants. If you click on that participants, then a window will open up for you. It will show you everybody who is currently in this session. Also, you will, one second. רחלי, אני אמורה ללחוץ על claim host? או שזה לא כל
בשביל
כך
מה,
משנה?
מה את רוצה לעשות?
לא משנה, כי אז אני יכולה לשתף, או שזה לא משנה.
את יכולה לעשות share ולשתף את המסך שלך או את המצגת שלך.
אוקיי, זה לא הכרחי לכתוב claim host. אוקיי, בסדר. Okay, so by clicking on participants, you can see a list of who is currently in this group with us. And you will see all kinds of options on the bottom. There's raise hand, there's yes, no, go slower, go faster, and there's more. So I'm going to ask a question. Dorit and Odelia, if you could unraise your hands first. Do you know how to do that? I see Mrs. Zema.
I don't have that option. I think computer you don't have.
Mrs. Zemal, I missed you.
Microphone over.
Okay, so, okay, Rivka, just raise your hand. First. Odelia, are you with us? I don't know if Odelia is with us. Okay.
I'm on a smartphone, not on a computer, so it's a little different.
Odelia, Varda, you raised your hand before the question,
Yes.
Varda.
Yeah, I was
1
gonna
minute,
ask about
I
the
want to question. I'm
I
on
don't
a
have raise
telephone.
hand.
Is it better that I should try to be on a computer?
It doesn't
I'm on
matter.
a computer. I don't
Okay.
have half of the.
You don't have these things that say raise hand, yes
I
or no?
only have like a thumbs up and a clapping. It would
Okay,
be
again.
next to those, right?
You went to participants?
I only have two options.
When you move your finger, right, on the bottom, there's like a
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
options,
Okay, sorry.
participants,
Okay.
okay, and then on the, for me, it's on the right. There's a thing that says raise hands.
See this?
גם
Okay,
בטלפון זה אותו דבר. גם בטלפון, ללחוץ פעם אחת על המסך,
Ariel, raise your hand.
למטה יוצא
I do
פרטיסיפנט.
it? Oh, yeah, I did it. Okay. Got it.
רחלי, יש לי אפשרות למחוק את מי שהצביע כבר? לאפס את זה?
כן, את יכולה, אני לא.
אני לא רואה אופציה כזו.
למעלה, אין לך את האופציה בניהול משתמשים, את יכולה להשתיק את כולנו.
לא, אני לא רואה. זה הסיבה ששאלתי אם זה הכרחי לכתוב host. אני לא רואה.
נכנסת עם קוד מנחה,
לא.
אז את לא יכולה.
אוקיי. אז זה בסדר?
אז כל אחד יכול להוריד לעצמו את היד, בואו נראה.
Okay, so that's what we're going to practice.
כן.
Okay, we're going to practice raising our hands. The first question is, are you currently in bidud? If the answer is yes, raise your hand. Chana's in bidud.
Hi. All
Okay,
right,
we have a
Rebecca.
few no's.
Till tomorrow.
Yay.
Till tomorrow.
But
Okay,
tomorrow,
Sharon.
everyone else will be busy.
Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so now erase what you did, right? Undo what you did.
Yep.
If you raise your hand, let's say I raise my hand. So now I want to unraise my hand.
How do I unraise it? Just press
no.
no again?
Just press it again, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Do you know anyone in
צביה
בידוד?
ואודליה לא ביטלו. צביה ואודליה.
אני לא ניסיתי את זה.
Do you know someone in בידוד? Raise your hand.
From this group?
No,
in
somebody who you know.
From my
You
community?
know. Do you know somebody who's currently in בידוד?
In my
So
community?
raise your
yes.
hand. Raise your hand. Okay. Tamar, okay. Gitti doesn't.
I'm pressing it, nothing's
Audrey, you
happening.
don't know anybody in Bidu? That's pretty impressive. Nobody does not know anybody. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you a question. I want you each to reply verbally. Undo your raised hand. Undo your raised hand. The question is, how are you doing? Who would like to go first? Raise your hand. Gitti, that was actually the physical hand. I like that. Okay.
Oh,
Gitti raised her physical hand, not her virtual hand. How are you doing, Gitti?
Baruch Hashem, I'm a little bit tense.
Because
I think I'm just as scared of being put in bidud as I am of anything else or somebody in my family.
and you think the bidud will somehow be different than what you're experiencing right now?
Yeah, I mean, if they put me in a room alone, I don't know what will happen. Or if they put one of my kids in a room alone, I don't know what will happen.
I
We
hear
can have
you.
another Zoom thing and we can keep you company.
Fear of the unknown.
Fear of being alone.
Fear of being alone.
Yeah.
Especially if you're claustrophobic, it could make it worse. Anybody else want to answer the question? How are you doing? Raise your hand, physical hand. Okay, Sharon, how are you? Sharon.
I'm very frustrated with the efforts that I'm making to teach my classes that have not yet been successful. That's how I'm feeling.
Okay. Okay, we will address those soon. I saw Audrey raise her hand. Audriella, did you want to say something?
Yeah?
Wait, Svea, you could be next. 1 second. Audrey, do you want to talk? Oh, no, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Try to press. It could have something to do with the אוזניות. רחלי, יש לך משהו להציע לה?
I hear her very, very faintly, very faintly. There's some volume issue.
Working for me. I just hear, I don't see anything. Everybody's like, I don't know. I think my internet's bad.
Okay, Ariella, we're going to come back to you.
I see you.
Oh, okay, a little better, a little better. Here's Tali. Hi, Tali. Hi, Tali. Audrey, you want to try again?
Yeah, now do you hear me?
Very, very, very faintly. Do you have an option of taking out the earphones?
No, I'm using the earphones. I just had to raise the volume level.
Okay, but you're
אודרי, את
very-
יכולה לעבור לטלפון סלולרי?
לא, לא צריך.
או למחשב נייד?
לא, אני שלחתי צ'אט לכולם, לא משנה, זה לא משנה.
I forgot what the number is.
Okay. Svea, did you want to say something?
Yeah, something. My grandchildren just came. So first, it's always frustrating that like we're working hard. I'm getting so many things what to teach, and you can only choose like 3 or 4. You know, my internet is totally full because I save the things. And then the parents complain, but I can understand the parents because it is hard to have, you know, it's frustrating for them. So I'm really gonna not put up that much, even though I have tons of stuff.
They complained that you were doing too much?
I didn't even start. My day's Thursday. I complained that English is only once a week, and now I
So
see
they
it's
want
a good.
more.
Yeah, because I think 50 minutes of vocabulary every day is better than 2 hours on Thursday and next Thursday. So someone wrote back, yeah, it's not all year, it's just 2 weeks. So I can handle that. So what I'm doing is every morning, at least for one class, putting a small story on the internet because I can send you the link and very cute short stories. And then then on Thursday, I'll give a book report and kids could choose.
למה לא שומעים אותם?
Okay, for you, I'm doing a little bit on WhatsApp. Okay, the second thing is a good thing. My daughter gave birth on Sunday.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. So
Mazel
I'm very
tov.
excited, but it's also a little scary because the big brother started coughing, and you're thinking, oh, no, better finish by Thursday, and it better not be anything aside from a virus because he's sleeping. So that's what I'm saying.
Bezrat Hashem, it should be in good health.
Amen.
Everybody should be healthy.
Yeah, I visited her too.
Tamar, did you want to say something?
I don't know, just being cooped up in the house is getting on everybody's nerves over here. So we're, I don't know, but I guess it's okay. We'll manage. I don't have little kids at home, thank God. So I think it's more bearable, I think.
Okay.
I've tried to contact my Yud Bet girls. So Re'ut Yakutieli, of course, my #1 student. But more other than that, they didn't say anything. I don't know who Bichlal wants to study in the class at this point. But I'm
Sierra, can you bring down the earphones?
Okay.
So that's it. I don't know.
Okay. Anybody else want to share with us, Rivka?
I want to say something. I think that we're all too connected to our phones and to our computers, and the news is crazy for everybody. The coronavirus, nobody understands why the world went so crazy and the world shut down. On top of it, politics, which is also something that's totally upsetting. And not having that outlet to share is frustrating. However, whatever we're going through, we're adults, and our students are going through the same thing, and we're all English learning, teaching. And I had this discussion yesterday with Avat Chaim, and wasn't really accepted. They were saying, no, the kids need shigra, and they have to keep learning, and if we keep them in line, then when this is all over, they'll still be in line. And I think that we have to address their being alone, their being scared. We have to address what if they're bored, what they could be doing on their cell phone. That's a lot of damage. Not everybody has a healthy family, and what it's like to be with parents that lost their jobs, and parents that are divorced or fighting, or all the other things that they were dealing with before, but now they're locked into that situation and they have no place to go. And it's all very, very nice that we want to keep a schedule so they're learning, and it's making the parents crazy and everybody crazy. Also, I really think we have to address that. I sent a composition to my Kita Yud Aleph, and I told them they have to describe what it's like, the situation. This was not on any of the Baguyot yet, but describe how your life has changed since the coronavirus. Benefits and advantages, disadvantages, but I really think it's something that has to be spoken about. The emotional side, that's first of all. Second of all, I saw in one of the WhatsApps, I don't know if Sharon saw it, but I was very, very insulted by some parents that were saying, oh, they're so disorganized, these teachers, they're giving us so much work, they don't know what they're doing, and yeah, Misrad HaChinuch should have taught them in advance, and why they knew this was going to come, and blah, 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 and the Misrad HaChinuch, why, is a fashla, they should have trained their teachers. And I said to myself, excuse me, I'm a teacher, I am not a technical whiz, and the fact that now they're demanding us a new career by ourselves, I find very lonely, and it's not what I like to do, it's not what I'm good at. So I find that very frustrating. I don't think that this Zoom thing, it's very nice, but it's just not the same. I don't know how to set it up. I know how to join somebody else's. So that's my second point. My third point is that I'm in touch with my students through WhatsApp and sending them assignments, but then I got a message from our Minahel Tichon. No, it has to be according to the schedule, and we have a schedule, and you have to say who showed up and who didn't show up and answer the mashov. And like, I'm not there. I'm just not, ani lo b'makom hazeh. I think that he's missing the point. Like, I want to be in touch with whoever I'm in touch with. I don't know how much they need a schedule. My house, I don't have little kids, but my house is topsy-turvy because I have a lot of people home. This one, like, you know, Hurt is painting, and this one's working, and this one, whatever. And the schedule idea, I don't know if I'm on the same page. So I don't want to go into Mashov and tell, right, which ones joined the Zoom lesson and which ones didn't. I don't think that's what we need
Yeah,
right
she
now.
called me, so I can't talk to her.
Okay,
Because I'm not
so I would like those 3 issues to be addressed if possible.
Okay. Does anybody else want to add to how they are doing? Varda is raising her hand frantically.
I wanted
Wait, Maytal, 1 minute. Let
again. I
Varda.
want to say, okay.
Varda, what did you want to add?
Today, I was very proud of myself for setting up a session with my Yud Aleph, and out of 12 boys, about 7 or 8 showed up, and it is totally not a way that I am able to teach them, because until everybody can hear, and then somebody can't hear, and then it gets mute, and then it gets unmute, and then you don't see somebody, and then you do see somebody, it's like totally not a way that I can teach them how to do an unseen. And then they're telling each other, but we were going to do an unseen. So I went back to what I did with the WhatsApp, and I took pictures of things. I sent it to them. They'll send it back to me. And I really don't see this being a successful way to prepare people for Bogota.
Okay. Hopefully we will.
Finished.
Finished rant. Sharon? Oh,
I
sorry.
think
Wait,
just-
we told Maytal she would talk.
Just people
No, it's
mute
okay.
yourselves if you're not talking. Mute yourselves if you're not talking.
We
It's
mentioned that
disruptive.
at the beginning.
Oh, yes, I want to talk.
If
Right, please
The
mute
mute-
yourselves.
the mute is on the bottom left, okay? Best to keep your microphone muted unless you want to say something. Okay, because then we hear all the background noise. Okay, Maytal, did you want to say something?
And I want to say that I agree with Varda and Rivka, because today, all the morning, I worked on the Zoom and tried to learn the program. And I tried to do it with the students. They really tried to. I was very surprised to see that mamash, most of them, they got into the program, but we had technical problems. The talk at the end, I understood the problems. It was too difficult to do it that way. We had to do it at the beginning. We have to practice it. I feel that it's not good to do it like that. Maybe not that, but maybe in this short period, we can do it by email or by ways that we and our students are familiar with, and not after. I feel that it's not good to do it like that. It's too quickly. We have to do it together as a staff in our schools with the students. We can't do it like that.
Okay, I just want to respond to
It's
that.
not effective, but I feel that it's not effective to do it.
Okay, so I think that very few people foresaw the quick, I don't know if decline is the right word, but I don't think anybody saw it coming. You know, our school, personally, I can tell you what happened by us. I don't remember what day of the week. It was either Purim, Shushan Purim last week. The Menahela Tichon sent out a message. On Sunday, we will be having a meeting. And it was pretty obvious to me that it wasn't for sure that we were making it till Sunday. And we didn't make it till Sunday. By Thursday, it was already obvious that Sunday, I mean, I think it was really Motzei Shabbos. It was obvious that Sunday was not going to happen. I think that people thought they had more time, and so we didn't have staff meetings on how to use different tools. We, as English teachers, I think, at least we had in this PLC, we had at least one session on digital tools. We also had the treasure hunt where you had to find a few digital tools. And I think in general, the English teachers are more prepared for this sort of thing. And I think that the schools, each school seemed to have replied in a different way. There were schools who right away sent out a schedule, everything's going to be online, you know, very authoritative in their stance. And now we're going to dictate to you exactly what you are going to do. And there were schools that took a very backseat approach. Wait, we don't know what we're doing yet. We have to get organized. We have to see. Some schools really dictate to you, okay? It seems like maybe Rivka school is like that, where they really dictate to you when you have to be on, what you have to be doing. And other schools are saying, okay, you want to use a different medium, use a different medium, best to be on some sort of schedule. But if you can't do it those hours, we're willing to be more flexible. It really, really depends on the school. So that was just to address Maytel's point. I think that for a lot of teachers to have to go from frontal teaching in a classroom with 30 students to this virtual teaching is very stressful. I think in a lot of teachers it causes a lot of stress. The blood pressure goes up. How am I supposed to do this? I've never learned this. What? And you see, we're all here on Zoom, so we're all doing it, right? Even my technophobes are doing this. So we're all here, and my technophobes were like the two first people here, so it's okay. You guys got this. Okay. Does anybody want to share with us how their sessions of Lemida Merachok went? Did you teach anything using some sort of Lemida Merachok, and how did it go? Varda saying boo. Tamar saying no. Sharon saying boo. Does anybody want to say words? You're allowed to talk. Okay, Gitti is raising her finger. Yes.
We didn't. Kilo, we tried to, but we didn't do it because most of them didn't.
מזהים את חיה מהפסגה, מצטרפת אלינו.
Don't
Okay, Gitti, you wanted to say, did you do למידה מרחוק?
So I didn't do, I did and I didn't, meaning like it depended on the school. One of the schools asked us to send out files of material for the kids to learn at home, which I did, which took me hours and hours, but I had help from my husband and my daughters, so that was good. So I sent that out. And I created a group for the girls that I'm going to teach tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
What
there is
kind of
one
group?
thing that, sorry?
When you said you created a group, what do you mean?
A WhatsApp group for one of the classes that I'm going to teach tomorrow, and having them check in whether they got, I sent them all the material because I want them to have it ready for tomorrow. And I was actually happy to find that more, because I said, I sent to them, the principal said, you know, you might want to be a little bit assertive and ask them to check in whether they got the material. And I was happy to see that most of them were responsive. I haven't actually had the class yet, so I can't say yet how that will go, but I am looking forward to the fact that none of them will be sitting near each other. So I'm wondering if some of the discipline problems might not be there, but I don't know yet. It's just something I'm wondering. You know, they can't do that. And maybe their parents will even be in the next room. I don't know.
Be on
So,
Zoom? How are you, what platform are you using for your
I'm going to use Zoom because even though my daughter was on Zoom with her teacher today and it was terrible the way everyone is describing, but so far, I don't know, this is my second Zoom session, meaning as a participant. We had a staff meeting on Zoom and it was okay. So I hope, you know, I hope these girls, I hope, you know, I hope it'll be okay. They seem, some of them seem like they want to learn, actually. So, you know, we'll see. I'm hopeful. I'm a little nervous.
Okay. Did anybody else try, Varda?
I just want to say that I sent a message to my Yud Aleph that they can either clean for Pesach or work on their unzines, and 3 of them wrote me back that they showed my message to their mothers. So that's pretty good. Like, I hope to get work from them.
Okay, that's a pretty interesting.
Why not combine both?
Clean while you work.
Oh, listen, come on, you really have extreme requirements. I mean,
yeah, they're boys, remember, they probably can't do 2 things at one time. Sharon.
So I'm interested to know if anybody's school actually purchased the you know, the real Zoom, like if any school invested in it. My husband uses Zoom all the time at work and he says it's great and they have the for purchase thing. I was not able to host anything. I don't know. I had a lot of frustration with the Zoom, and I'm curious if it's because it was the free version or if that's an issue with other people. The only thing I've managed to do so far, and I still really haven't gotten responses, is make a Google Forms quiz. I put in an unseen and re-typed in the questions. I don't know.
Okay,
Just
so
curious,
we're going to
anybody
talk
school
about
buy anything to do this so that we could actually do it in a normal way and not just like all the freebies that are on the online?
Did anybody's school buy anything? If your school bought something, raise your hand. No, it seems like everybody's using the free Zoom. I have to say that what we're using right now is through Matach, and it is not the regular free Zoom. The Pisga sets up a meeting with Matach. I got Hatra on my Google Calendar. This is not the free version, what we're doing right now. And later we will discuss Zoom, how to use it in short, okay, like a quick explanation you're experiencing right now, which is the best way to learn in my opinion. Okay, so it seems like nobody used the paid version of Zoom. Anybody else want to say about trials for using any technology, Mirachok? Rivka, are you raising your hand?
One second. I see people are writing messages as we're on Zoom. How do you do that?
The way you do that is on the bottom. You have options, and it says invite participants, screen share, and chat. If you click on chat, then you can chat by typing. Is that distracting?
I can type something.
If it's distracting you, we can ask not to do that.
Like I'm writing now. Does anyone see it? Or only when I'm done? After I send it.
When you click
When you send it,
then you'll see it.
and you could send it privately or to everyone at once.
Right. On the bottom, it says
Tali, look at Tali. What happened to her? Tali, you look a little different.
Yeah, mine has changed. Okay.
No, I don't see.
But it went to, what I wrote just went to Hannah Hirsch. Right?
Okay, so again, you have to look.
You have to do
It
all.
says
Send to. I
it's
see.
to. You have
I
to
see
change
that.
it to everyone if you want
could
it
do
to
that.
everyone, or you can have a private conversation. I don't recommend doing that. I think it's antisocial. Okay. So back to our discussion.
Say something? Should I just say something?
How are Svia wanted to say something?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
something short. I didn't put up the Zoom yet because it's on Thursday. The students, I gave all the English teachers the same hour, so I don't think, there are 2 akpatzan in each class, so I don't know if we have to choose. I had an idea instead of the Zoom, which I'll tell you why I didn't like. I think I'm just going to put up an NPR, but, I'm going to read, we're doing the summer's reading. Maybe I'll read it and explain it. Put up a 10-minute NPR, and then work, send work, whatever, with S'more or with Google Forms. And just this morning, I was a guest by one of the Ramim's Zooms at 9:30. And you know what? A couple of boys were in bed. I didn't think that was very coverdick. So I think they did an NPR, and then you can see it. You can't say I was busy. I was in the Makol my mother needed.
I'm in bed. That's
different. That's different.
The only quiet place in the house is to go into a bedroom.
I don't mean you. I mean the boys who didn't even.
I know.
And also, I just want to say about all this stuff that the parents are complaining. I think damned if you do, damned if you don't. If we don't, they're going to say, what? We're paying the teachers for 2 weeks and not doing anything. So let them complain, but at least they won't say that we're lazy. Okay, that's all I want to say. Go by.
I had the same experience as you. I had a Zoom session today with my 12th graders, and there were 2 of them. At a certain point, a third one showed up. That's out of 18. 2, to their credit, tried desperately. I sent them the link via email. We just couldn't get it to work. So we had the session with 3 girls, and I did not record it, and that was my mistake. I think it takes time to learn it. I think the girls who were on said to me, yeah, we already did this with the mechanecha. We know what we're doing. It's all under control. Everything's fine. The girls who didn't join it was probably because they didn't have the experience. They couldn't figure out how to do it. And they were all in bed. Like you said, all their cameras were off. At the end of the session, they all gave us a glimpse of how they were in bed. So Ariella wanted to say something. Yes.
Unmute. Okay. Not as more as a parent. I didn't do it as a teacher, but I have like a bunch of girls at home, like 5th grade and 4th grade and 3rd grade and little kids. It is overwhelming, but like most parents are complaining, I actually like it. Like I could just say like what worked. Like I think Zoom is difficult, but our teacher sent a video of like 10 minutes of her teaching Torah, and she told them questions to answer. And my daughters got really into it. They loved it. They want to feel like they're doing something. They want to feel like they're being productive. They feel like yes, I'm done. Like it's not hours of work, it's a few minutes. and they all loved it. As long as it's organized and like she just had like a little video of herself, and then she had like 3 questions, and it was simple. It wasn't something complicated. Like it's been going really well for my kids.
Okay, I think that's very important.
I want to say something.
Wait, 1 minute, Meital.
Okay.
I think what Ariella said is very important. The feeling that they're doing something and they're not just wasting their time. It can be short, but they have to feel like they're productive. Okay, that's very important. Meital, you wanted to say something, and then Sharon?
So, I want to say today didn't work, the Zoom. So I told them that tomorrow we will have, they wanted it, that we will try again. And I want to teach them an unseen. So I wonder how to do it on the Zoom, how to do it with a group. Do you have any idea how to do it?
What I wasn't teaching an unseen today. I was going over their matkonet, and I was teaching them a tip from the unseen book. It's important that they have the text in front of them.
Yeah, of course.
Want to make sure that they all have the text in front of them. I don't know, because I'm not at the stage where I'm not teaching text. I'm giving them practice.
So I want them to practice. So how can I do it online? How can I do it? I don't know how to do it, באמת.
Okay, does anybody have any suggestions for Meital?
They have the unseen, they have me. How are we going to do it?
I don't think it sounds really hard.
Huh? They suggested that they will do it at home, the unseen, and then we are going to check it together.
I think that's a
so maybe we are going to do it like that. I don't know.
I think that's a great idea, to go over it together, to say what skill is in each question. Maybe here they're looking for the main subject. So how do we find the main subject in a paragraph? Maybe in this question we have to complete a sentence. So work on how we do sentence completions and break it down by skill for them, so that they can recognize what skills they're using in each question, to answer each question. I definitely think it's more useful if they're working on their own than doing it with them on the Zoom. I don't see the point in that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, sorry.
So my experience also with the elementary school was that my girls got one email from their mechanechet with like an organized structure of different links to different things that other teachers had sent. And I feel like, at least in our high school, and I told the principal this, it's too chaotic. I mean, there's ostensibly a schedule, but I think it needs to all be like, each of us needs to put in an assignment, and it needs to go through the RAM, and it needs like, it's just so scattered and haphazard. And I don't feel like, I don't know if anybody's communicating with their students, like only the ones
Because you feel like it's not centralized, like there's no central person.
Yeah, that it's yeah. And I mean, I saw with the girls, they got like a nice task, organized each, what they're supposed to do in the day. The mechanechet is like on top of it. And I felt like that was good. It was like one email, not a million things all throughout the day from one person, but everything was included in the email. And, and then when the teacher whichever teacher got the assignment that my daughter did, like, so she sent, kol hakavod or whatever, like.
Exactly. It has to be organized.
But I don't know that I would like that. Like, I wouldn't want the mechanechet being the one in charge of the assignments that my students are getting. Like, what does she know about English?
No, you send it to her, and she sends it to the mechanechet. She sends it to the kids, so the kids get one email instead of 8 from 8 different teachers.
I guess I hear that.
I like that idea. We use Google Classroom. That's the basic idea of Google Classroom.
It makes sense.
Exactly. So in my boys' high school, they have Google Classroom, and it seemed like it's all clear. These are your tasks for the week. Like, I mean, we got quite a lot of tasks, but besides that, it seems like very organized.
Exactly, I agree.
Chaotic.
Okay. Hannah, did you want to say something? Yeah.
Yeah, in my school, the principal sent out a
like a schedule for 11th grade and 12th grade and said, these are the subjects. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
These are the subjects that you are to do this day, this day, this day. And beforehand, all the teachers had sent in whatever tasks they wanted for that day. And like English is today and Thursday. By Thursday, they have to hand everything in. Tanakh is a different day. And next week, we don't have English at all. She's not giving any time for English. But at least it came from the principal. She sent it out as a schedule to the classes, and that made more sense because she had gotten apparently a flood of emails, phone calls from parents, teachers, that they were overwhelmed, and she had to sort out and prioritize what was more important, because it's basically based on when the bagruyot are.
Right.
I don't
Which
think
we
it's
don't know.
ability. I think that that's the administration.
Right. Right.
So
I
you
agree.
didn't use the Zoom, Hannah?
Zoom is really difficult with the class.
No, they're not. As far as I know, they're not
Not
using.
gonna work.
They use the mashov.
And did it work? Because I heard that there were a lot of problems with that.
I didn't have any problems, but I didn't send out a lot of things.
You did.
So,
You did kita mekuvenet on Mashov?
no, I basically sent
On Moodle?
no, I sent them a message, and I said I wanted specific students to either WhatsApp me or back, and I haven't heard. And I also wrote, if I do not hear from them by a certain date, I will personally call up each one of them on the phone and find out where are they. But it could be those are the same kids who have 10 people in the family and one computer. If they have a computer.
Right. If they have internet, if
they have enough internet.
Right. Okay. Varda, did you want to say something?
No, I just think that I find that using WhatsApp is really the best way for me to communicate with my groups.
Right. I think that each teacher really needs to find what works for her. It sounded from our school like the Tanakh teachers were really enjoying giving over lessons on Zoom. I don't know that it could work with every single type of lesson. So I think we have to dip into our toolbox and take from the tools that we know. Like Tzvia said, Google Classroom is what works for them. Each teacher has to see what works for her. How can she communicate best to her students? Sometimes it's just an issue of communicating what tasks need to be done. And sometimes you do want to be there while the students are working on something to answer questions and whatnot. So my advice is, yeah, go with what works for you as long as your school lets you do that. Tali, why are we saying Mazel Tov? I missed it. Oh, okay. That's the
Can I
daughter
say
with
something?
the arm. Yeah. Oh, you have earphones and they work.
Yes.
Okay,
How does Google Classroom work?
I got them from my husband. He gave them up for a few minutes.
Husband.
Yeah, he can't hear you. But I'll tell him you say thank you. I just the Zoom. I see that there are a lot of pitfalls with it. Mostly technological, and I just feel that everything that everyone is saying at this point, I could envision happening in my classroom. I did before a couple months ago when my 10th graders started the project. I did teach them how to use Google Drive and specifically Docs and how to share documents with me. So at this point, they have been working independently. The only thing is that I don't remember who asked, somebody who wants to make, like, I think Maytal, let's say you want to create a lesson. Basically, you have a paper or a document or unseen or whatever, and you want to create a lesson where you just show them. I'm going to look into it. I think on YouTube or maybe using PowerPoint, there's a way to basically create like a video lesson where you have they don't see you. They see the document and you just go through the document, let's say giving instructions, giving a lesson line by line, explaining it to them. I think that that's possibly the best. I really think if your kids don't know how to use Google, or they know how to use Google Drive or Google Docs specifically to share documents with you, I think that that's the best. And that's it. That's all. If anyone needs help with that, I can help them. I think this is definitely a challenge in time management for us, for all of us, because we're balancing home and life and Pesach and our work responsibilities. And so we just have to remember to maintain calm, and there's always a rescue remedy if we need. That's all.
I think what you said before goes back to what I was saying to Varda. Stick with what you know. Stick with what you're good at. Stick with what you have experience with. If it's working for you, then keep doing it. You know, nobody says you have to use Zoom, but on Zoom you can share a screen. You can write things on a screen, and I'll try to show you some of that as we go along.
So sorry, you can maybe you can record a session on Zoom.
You can. Would you like me to do
by
that?
yourself?
I can record this session if you'd like.
No, but in other words, you can create your own session, not invite anyone, and just create a session on Zoom and share the screen and just say, okay, great. I really think that that's a very good, and then maybe share it by email or share it by WhatsApp.
לעשות וידאו בעצם?
Yeah, like to make a video, not of yourself talking, but of a screen where you're pointing to certain things or outlining.
Yeah, להעלות קובץ.
לוקח לזה בערך 24 שעות להיות מוכן, או 12 שעות, משהו כזה, ואז את יכולה לשתף את הקובץ.
But the thing is that you want to give the students the chance to ask questions. On Zoom, while you're going through this document, okay, this screen that you prepared ahead of time, on Zoom, they can be there. They can listen to you going through it, and then they can ask toch kedei. They can say, oh, I'm all right, I didn't understand this point. Oh, what did you mean there? Will this be on the test? Can we use Miloni? And all those wonderful questions that we know that they ask. Okay.
Just one other thing.
I want to ask something in the Zoom. How do the students participate? Do they want to talk everybody together? Do you hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you.
How do the students participate in the Zoom? How do I do it that they are not talking together?
We'll discuss that in a few minutes.
Okay.
I want to stop the discussion of how are you doing, how are you dealing, did you do Mekuvan? And I want to take us back to the good old days when we all together met last time at Bar Ilan. Do you remember that we all met in Bar Ilan and we had a simulation, not Hannah, but and not Sharon? Do we remember meeting at Bar Ilan? Yes.
Yes. Vaguely.
Vaguely?
I'm still
years ago.
No, it seems like a long time ago. A long time ago.
Years ago.
Okay, so I'll just try to jog your memories. We saw three situations. One was a teacher who was dealing with a student who really did not have any motivation. One was a teacher who had observed her colleague and was supposed to comment on her observation. And one was a teacher who was dealing with a difficult class made up of an extremely ADHD student, a very motivated student, and an introverted or kotsani, or I don't know which term you want to use for it, student who didn't want to be bothered, okay? These were the three situations that we experienced in the simulation. So first of all, did you enjoy it, and what insight did you come away with? Did you enjoy the simulation, and what insights? Gitti, unmute your microphone, Gitti.
I did. I had a really good time. I still am waiting for them to send me the video, but that's okay. I had a wonderful time, and I actually implemented some of the constructive criticism that I got the very next day, and it worked. Meaning that the person who was playing the ADHD student gave me some, she told me how she felt. And so I have a student very similar to that. And I said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do something about this. And I took her aside before class and I reminded her that, remember that we talked at the beginning of the year about how if you need to go out, you can go out a couple of times or a few times. I know you have a hard time. You told me that you have a hard time focusing, and it worked for the entire class, which was incredible. And afterwards, I told her how I was really proud of her because she managed to hold herself together for the whole time. And it was a double lesson with 15 minutes break in between. Now, I don't know what would have happened after that because, and the next lesson was the day before Tanya Stairs, everything was nuts. So I don't even know if I can count that because nobody wanted to learn because they said it was going to be Purim and they had these Piliot, and after that we haven't met because everything's been nuts. But for that one day, I felt, that was good. And as Hashem, when we go back, I will remind her again. I'll remind her again, I hope I remember. So that was very good.
So you really implemented it right away. You didn't even you didn't even wait. Anybody else? Did you enjoy it? And what insight did you come away with? Anybody? Anybody? No, nobody enjoyed it.
I want to say something.
Hey. 1 minute. Varda's raising her finger. Yes.
Varda.
No, I said there also that I think that I'm always so amazed when I watch not just the situation like that, Bichlal, also the PLC group, when we learn from each other and when we share ideas. And I wasn't so very much in favor of having a Zoom session because I don't want to miss out on a presentation of a couple of the teachers. So I hope that this won't be instead of presentations, because I just feel that we get a lot from each other. Bar Ilan was one situation where we had simulations, and when we get together PLC, we have different situations, and it's just a very, very positive, very helpful situation.
Thank
That's
you.
it. Finished.
Okay, Maytal, did you want to say something?
I want to say that I enjoy the meeting in Bar Ilan. I really enjoy. I said it in the simulation that I enjoy to see Giti getting in class because I have these students and we deal with it, and it helped me to see the students perspective, how they feel with their difficulty, and how the teacher's attitude influences them. So it was good.
Okay, great. Anybody else? No? Okay. Here's the next question. Now, we didn't have so much class between the simulation and how long are we in our houses already? I'm losing track. Last Thursday. Have you experienced a similar situation since the simulation until now? Did something come up that was similar? Gitti told us that she had that student and how she dealt with it. Did anyone else go back and say, oh, this happened to me. I saw this in the simulation and now it's happening to me? Anybody?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope. It was short time for it.
I guess, yeah, no, we didn't have so much time.
We have a jar and everything, we didn't have time to see the student. We didn't have enough time to see the student.
So let me phrase the question differently. Have you in the past dealt with a situation that was similar?
Yes. Yes.
Who said yes?
Varda.
Varda, yes.
Varda said yes. Yes.
Varda. Which situation?
Varda said yes. And I'll tell you what's good about, for me, what's good about watching it. Tzarat rabim chatzi nechama. You're not alone. No, really, I'm serious. You're not alone. Also in this situation now, you're not alone. Everybody's in the same boat, and you support each other, and you give each other compliments, and it's nice and it's helpful. You come out feeling that you're not the problem. Even the kids aren't the problem, but that's just a situation, and then you deal with it.
Okay, so now Varda, after the simulation, do you feel that you would have acted differently if that situation came up? Did going through the simulation, did watching somebody else act it out or maybe react differently or talking through or hearing the actors, did that make you say in your head, the next time this happens, I will not go on automatic pilot to my regular responses. I will try something different. I will try what she did. Or I didn't like what she did. I will try something totally different.
Look, it's very easy to have 20/20 hindsight. You know, which I think is one reason a lot of people do not like to volunteer for these things. It's very easy afterwards to say, I would have done this or I would have done that. But the truth is that I don't know. I don't know. I tried, but I know that it gives support and it's very helpful. The support is very, very helpful.
Okay, Audrey, did you want to say something? I saw you raising your hand.
Hi. Yeah, it was, I felt it really gave me a new type of awareness about myself, about how I deal with situations, especially when there's like a tiny bit of like a difference of opinion. Or here there was maybe in the simulation that I had with the actress who played another teacher who had a very difficult situation that I had observed in class, for those who weren't there. And it was my job, not as a superior, just as a colleague, to kind of, it was up to me to try to help her figure out a better way to deal with the problems in the classroom. And I felt that it can be, I can take that situation and expand it to lots of all interpersonal situations. And I felt it like kind of made me aware, oh, like kind of like looking in the mirror, seeing what you sound like, seeing how you exactly interact in these types of situations. So I found it very enlightening, and I'm trying to implement it as much as possible. Partly traumatic, but it was okay.
In these long distance learning times.
No, it was before, when we had contact with the outside world.
Okay, just wondering. Okay.
Now we're all tzaddikim, we're all just in our home, and
right.
But I'm saying, but I, you know, with dealing with students, obviously, if you like see a student, they're doing something that seems wrong to you, exactly how to deal with it, maybe not to jump to conclusions, and try to be more of a partner in finding out what's been happening. And I think that that's very useful in a general sense. So again, I think it was really great. I'd say Mazel Tov. Oh, your daughter is 12 today. Mazel Tov, Tali. Oh, sorry, just saw that.
Okay, Rivka's raising her hand. Rivka, you're stuck. Rivka?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. It also showed me how important it is for people to be active. And I think that myself and Gitti and Audrey, who took an active part, probably got more out of the simulation than the people who were observing. And that's a lesson for us, for our students, that we can talk for 45 minutes, but the one thing that student says, that becomes theirs. And that's very important. Limud.
So I'm going to be choleket aleich. I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
I personally, so I'm not always the first one to participate and volunteer, but I find that I get a lot out of these. This is my third simulation that I went to, and I think it gives me new perspectives. I think there are a lot of teachers with different methods of teaching or approaches to dealing with students, and it opens my mind to see somebody else doing it differently than I would have. And I learned so much. I think Varda said this, I learned so much from everybody. from those who volunteered, but from the actors. And I learned a lot from everybody who just spoke in the meeting in general. We each have different ways of doing things. We have different approaches. I think the point of the simulation is to bring you out of your comfort zone. If you usually do it this way, you might want to like reconsider. Maybe this isn't the right thing to do. So I personally got a lot out of it, even though I didn't volunteer. It could be had I volunteered, I would have gotten more out of it.
It was also a very, very, very long day. And to leave the house at 1 and to come home at 10,
Right.
on the technical side, I think we should have been more aware of that. And even basic needs, I know that today everyone's just worried about if there's toilet paper and if there's food and things like that. It was really a long day without proper food, and I think
we were late. We didn't have time on the way there to stop and relax. You know, the last time we had done it, we had a half
the
hour.
whole thing was relaxing. We didn't need to relax. We weren't
No,
drunk.
but you get off of a hasa.
It was intense.
You barely had time to go to the bathroom.
It was
Even
intense.
talk, and you know, and already we had to go in, and we were kind of rushed because we had gotten
Right,
there
but I want to quote Ariella. She said if it was a group of tayasim or if it was a group of doctors, they wouldn't have put out pretzels. But because it was a group of teachers, pretzels were good enough.
They always
I
put out
think-
pretzels. They don't put out. If we wanted something better, I think we would have to bring it ourselves.
So exactly. Whoever was in charge of it would bring it themselves. They wouldn't send people for a whole day. That's what I meant. Like they would make sure.
They're not sending.
Ariel-
I promise. I know for
Ariella,
sure.
the coordinators forum doesn't even have tea or coffee. Zero.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's embarrassing, and we shouldn't. I'm saying זה לא נכון. זה לא נכון. זה אסור שזה יהיה ככה.
They don't have anything.
It shouldn't be like that.
Nothing,
Yeah,
nothing.
it's not. זה לא, because we put up with it. Because really, we don't care. I honestly don't care if they have tea or coffee. I just don't think it's respectful. That's all. The teachers.
Okay.
It's not the tea. It's the coffee. It's the מעבר. אבל בסדר.
Maybe next time we'll just plan to bring stuff together. Like if we have such an outing, you bring one thing, I'll bring another, you know,
They could
kind of
do
like
it,
planning a meal so that we will
Yeah.
make sure we have something normal.
Right. Right. In my
Whatever,
head, I
just-
prepared myself like I knew it was going to be a long day. I thought I was going to have time to eat before. I didn't eat anything. All the food that I had brought with me, I think I ate only an apple.
No, but
No.
it's
There was
whatever.
no time.
It's not the point.
Just thinking of the idea of preparing stuff. I mean, sorry, but if you're working all morning, then and then you have to like bring stuff.
Right, it's not-
To me, that would be like a super huge headache. I know I didn't participate in this, but if I had to like bring food like for the whole group, I would just not. I mean, I don't know.
I don't think
wouldn't
that's
like
what
doing that.
I don't think that's what Audrey was saying. I think Audrey was saying that like if one person brings the coffee, one person brings the crackers, one person brings the cheese, then it makes it easier.
No, but I think when they're asking for, there's a hishtamud, I don't know who's in charge of it, and it's a whole long day, there should be kibud mechubad. It doesn't have to be like steaks, but not because I'm hungry or because I can't make my sandwich. I think it's respect to the people that you're inviting someone or you're sending teachers out. זה לא שעה ולא שעתיים. But whatever. It's not because I personally need the food or I couldn't make a sandwich. It's just like an overall attitude that I'm talking about.
I think that in the past we used to pay for hishtamuyot, and we used to pay like 60 shekels. Varda, tell me if I'm wrong on Chana. And we used to get some sort of kibud at every hishtamut. And then teachers complained. They were like, why do we have to pay for this? Like sometimes we don't eat, sometimes we don't drink. So they cut it back. They stopped. We don't have to pay for hishtamuyot anymore. And they said, okay, but because you're not paying, so we're not putting out kibud. Now, the thing is, the fall, the Piska in Binyamin does put out kibud. They're very nice. I have no idea where the taktiv is from, but, you know, they're saying, okay, we understand you worked all day, so we're going to give you some nash to get you through this. Also, you have to keep in mind, those of you who worked all day Tuesday, you worked in one place, and then you went to something that was not connected. Okay, it's connected because you're a teacher, but then you went to the PLC, and it's not, if it were your school on a school trip that was taking you somewhere all day, then yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't have said, oh, we can't take them a whole day without giving them lunch, you know, but here it was two different things. It was a school that you teach at, and then a PLC that's led by someone else. Now, it could be that I should have organized something more concrete, like Audrey said, where we each bring something little and then we have enough food. But even had we done that, we wouldn't have had the time to eat it. We just didn't have the time. The driver got us there very late. You know, we barely had breaks. She was rushing us along the whole time. 8 p.m. we were all like plotting, you know, we had to get out of there and get home. We were all exhausted. It didn't matter if you taught or not. Everybody was like, so I don't know. I think Audrey, when you went to the last time that you did it, did they also do it in these hours or was it morning hours?
No, at night.
When I did what?
When you went to a simulation, didn't you say you went to one time?
Oh, it was part of the Morim Olim playback theater. It was from about 1 p.m. till about 5 or 6, or
Okay.
maybe
See,
later.
I'm not
And
even sure if they do
gave
it
us a
morning.
very nice lunch, but that was totally
was different.
subsidized by Misrad HaChinuch. That was
So
only
right.
for the Morim Olim. It was really, really nice.
No, it's a different program. But I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
I
it's-
don't even know if they work morning hours. Like if
Whatever,
you would have
it's-
said, let's go on morning hours, I think they know teachers are working morning hours, and that's why they do it these afternoon hours, the same hours as a Hishtama. Okay, I'd like to move along. Let's talk about Zoom. We're all experiencing Zoom right now. What can we do with Zoom? Zoom is very good when you want to teach a synchronized lesson. That means that everybody's on at the same time. Everybody can see you and can hear you talk as the teacher, and they can ask questions, okay? It's interactive. I don't know if Zoom is the best platform if you want to lecture, if you want to lecture without questions. I don't know if Zoom would be the best platform, but if you want something more interactive, Zoom is a great platform. And what a lot of the teachers in our school are saying is that Zoom is actually working better than the Mashov. Mashov has a Kita Mekuvenet. I know that Audrey sent the link to our staff for the hadracha for the Mashov Kita Mekuvenet. It seems that the Kita Mekuvenet of Mashov is very, very overworked and it keeps crashing. Zoom is a much better platform. It will take time for us to get used to it as teachers, but I just want to go through with you how you use it. So first of all, anybody who wants to can just go on Google and click Zoom and type in Zoom, and then you can download it, okay? And you will be asked for your email address. You type in your email address and it will send you an email to ask you for an issue that you really want to open a Zoom account. Then you click on that and it will ask you to type in a password. It's very simple, okay? It's just a matter of trying it out. This is what you do in order to download it onto your computer if you want to host a Zoom session, okay? Then you will have a symbol on your computer. You'll be able to click on it. You will be able to decide when you want to host a Zoom session. You can pick a day and a time. And you will be able also to email your students with the link, the same way that I send you a link. Yes? Rivka, your microphone's not on. I see that you're trying to talk.
Yeah, I said, could you do this from a smartphone and not from a computer?
So this is a question for Racheli. Racheli?
כן.
הן שואלות האם כמורה שרוצה לפתוח כיתה לתלמידות שלה, האם היא יכולה לעשות את זה מסמארטפון או שעדיף ממחשב?
עדיף ממחשב, אבל היא יכולה מסמארטפון. הרבה יותר קל ממחשב, כל היותר אופציות פתוחות מול העיניים, אפשר לראות, אני עכשיו רואה את כולכן במסך אחד, בפלאפון זה לא אפשרי, אפשר לנהל כיתה, אבל זה הרבה יותר מורכב. עם ילדים במיוחד, עדיף במחשב, ויש את כולם מול העיניים, במקביל אפשר להשתיק את כולם מצד ימין, לפתוח למי שרוצה לדבר, לראות מי מרים יד, לראות את ההתכתבות באותו מסך. בסמארטפון זה הרבה יותר מורכב לנהל את זה, לכן עם ילדים ועם קבוצה גדולה של ילדים, עדיף במחשב.
אבל בסמארטפון יש אפ, אז אני נכנסת לאפ.
גם במחשב יש אפ. גם במחשב אני הורדתי, לי על המחשב זה כבר כמה שנים, יש לי את התוכנה על המחשב, ודרך התוכנה אני מתחברת, לא דרך כאילו בעצם כשאת תלמידה, את יכולה להתחבר דרך קישור ששולחים לך, אבל כשאת מארחת, את מורידה את התוכנה למחשב, וזה הרבה יותר פשוט.
זה לא היה לי יותר פשוט, עשיתי היום במחשב, בטלפון.
עשית בטלפון וזה לא היה פשוט?
זה לא היה לי פשוט במחשב. כל הזמן, היו כל מיני בעיות, אז אני חזרתי לטלפון, ובסדר, אז אני ראיתי כל פעם 4 תלמידים, לא נורא. ואז זה עבד.
זה אפשרי הכל, ושוב, זה גם, יש שאלה אם את שואלת לחד פעמי, או להתחיל ללמוד איך להשתמש בזה ובכל הפונקציות שזה מאפשר. אם זה חד פעמי זה סיפור אחר, אבל זה שהצלחת פעם בפלאפון, זה לאו דווקא אומר שזה יותר קל, זה אומר שאת הטכניה הפשוט זה מה שהצלחת, אבל זה נורא תלוי לאן כל אחת הולכת עם זה.
רגע, הכוונה שאנחנו נמשיך עם זה אחרי הקורונה? אני מתכוננת לחזור לכיתה. זאת אומרת, אין לי שום כוונות להתחיל ללמד דרך המחשב.
את יודעת מי מתכנן את העולם ומי מחליט עלינו, הוא למעלה, ואנחנו לא יודעים מתי זה יקרה.
זה נכון, אבל...
זה בחירה של כל אחת איך היא מתמודדת.
How you do it from a computer?
Okay, so are you on you're on a phone right now?
No, I'm on a smartphone, but I'm writing down what you say.
Okay, so again, you in Google, you do a search for the word Zoom, Z-O-O-M.
Bila, can you wait just a second? I'll bring something to write down all these instructions, okay? Sure. So like put a music or something while I'm...
We'll sing together.
Yeah, we'll all sing.
I don't know, have like, you know, they have like music in between 2 parts of the listening comprehension.
Just get it. Stop talking so much. Just get your...
Music, Varda.
Let's sing. We'll think about what we want to play. Sorry, I'm just connecting to my... Oh, my laptop is about to die.
אני יכולה לשתף אתכן רגע איך המסך שלי נראה כדי שתראו את האופציה? זה יעזור או לא עכשיו?
יכול להיות שהיא תרגיש שהיא הפסידה משהו.
לא, אני שואלת בכללי, לא הרגע. כאילו, צילמתי, אני יכולה פשוט להראות לכם איך המסך שלי נראה, וזה עוזר קצת להבין את האפשרויות שיש בזה.
אוקיי, בבקשה.
כן? אז בואו, אני חוזרת לזום.
רחלי, יש לך אפשרות להקליט את המפגש?
עכשיו כבר לא.
זה רק בהתחלה אפשר?
כן, צריך מראש להגדיר את זה, וגם לא אני פתחתי אותו, אז זה קצת יותר מורכב. אתן רואות את המסך שלי?
כן.
זה בעצם, זה לא בדיוק המסך שלי, אני צילמתי מסך ממקודם, כי כשאני משתפת אתכן במסך הזה משתנה, יש לי פה את כולכן בתמונות, למטה יש לי את האופציות הנוספות, פה יש לי את הצ'אט, וכאן יש לי את השיח, ואני יכולה תמיד גם יש פה, עכשיו זה לא דינמי, אבל, כי אני משתפת אתכן, אבל אני יכולה גם להגדיל את הצ'אט, או להוריד את זה למטה ולראות את כל הידיים של כולם מול העיניים. אז זה מאוד עוזר לי לראות את הסיטואציה, לראות מי מושתק למיקרופון. אתן רואות? זה ממש, אני יכולה להזיז את הקו הזה, כאילו לעצר אותו ולהזיז אותו, ואת הקו הזה שבין הצ'אט למצב של כל אחד. זהו. נשחרר אתכם. זהו.
Okay, so we're going to go through the instructions. Giti, you wanted to ask a question?
Yeah, at the teachers meeting that we had on Sunday on Zoom, one of the teachers was doing really cool things with their screens, and I wanted to know if someone could teach us how to do a background where the kids feel like they're somewhere else, because maybe that would help.
I'm not that advanced of a user.
No,
okay, but if anyone is, just send. Maybe.
Ask your teacher.
My sister told me that her kid's teacher was standing in front of Hogwarts. And I don't know how they did the background, but invited the kids to come and divided them up, and it was really very nice. Yeah, but I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that either.
I think you need a function of a green screen on your computer.
נכון.
Okay, Rachel is saying נכון. Okay, let's just go with the basics, because if you're going to be using this, let's try not to wow anyone. Well, they'll be wowed enough that their teachers are using technology, okay? Their teachers who they know love personal interaction are using technology. So again, on Google, you type in Zoom, it'll take you to the site, and you'll click on download. I think it says download, it's free, or download for free, something like that. And
sign in free,
sign in for, no, but sign in you can't do until you create an account. Sign up.
No, it's before. Sign up.
Sign up, it's free.
Sign up,
free
נכון.
account, something like that. Okay, so you want to click on that. You need to download it onto your computer.
What you can do with when it dries, you can do with water.
And it will ask you for your email. Okay, you type in your email, and then it will immediately send you an email of confirmation to make sure that you want to open a Zoom account. And you will click on the confirmation button, and it will take you back to a Zoom screen where you will type in your email and a password, maybe your first name, last name. I don't remember exactly all the details, but it's very simple to do. Okay, and once you do that, you have your username and your password, and it's very easy. Okay, now you can set up a meeting. You will see a button that says new meeting, and it will give you a code, and you can copy the code. Okay, there's a button that says copy code. Should I try to?
Where does it say new meeting?
1 second, I'm going to try to share my.
I see schedule a meeting. Schedule a meeting, join a meeting, host a meeting.
Okay, so join is what you just did now. Return to meeting is if I left the meeting. Usually here it would say new meeting, and then join. Share screen is what I'm doing now. Schedule. Do you all see what I'm showing right now?
No, we don't see the screen. It's not a correct screen.
You have, don't put your meeting short, get more done, upgrade. That's the.
Okay, 1 second. Stop sharing. Let's see again.
Do you see this? It says new meeting.
Ken, this is a screen, Ken.
I went into new meeting and it's launching.
Okay, but you're launching 2 meetings Boz-Zmanit. That's going to be a little bit of a problem.
No, I clicked on join your meeting.
Join.
And I put in the number of this meeting.
Right, that's what you did to get into this. That was just to join. But if you want to be the leader of your class, okay, your class is going to have a meeting now. So you're going to start a new meeting, and you want to share the URL the same way that I shared it with you. You can share it via WhatsApp, you can share it via email. In addition,
את רוצה להסביר איך עושים סקייג'ול, ואז אני יכולה לעשות פה מול העיניים?
את עושה את זה?
זה יותר טוב ככה.
No, but I want to join your, I want to
We have to see the screen, it's better. כן,
אתן רואות
I'm
עכשיו?
not able to get into this on the computer. Just on my telephone.
מה?
אני רואה מסך שחור.
אוקיי, אז זהו, אי אפשר לראות את הניהול של ה...
למה אי אפשר לראות את זה?
את הניהול של הזום אי אפשר לראות. כנראה כי... מעניין, כי בדרך כלל מה שמראים זה את הדברים האחרים במחשב, ולא את הניהול של ה...
כן.
בדרך כלל לא מדריכים על הזום בזום.
נכון. Okay. So it's fairly easy to use. It's just you just have to practice it. Okay, again, you can practice it with one of your kids. You on one computer, the kid on the smartphone. Okay.
But I'm not able to get into you on the computer now. I'm with you on the telephone. I went into everything. I had already opened up an account, and it's
you don't need to have an open account in order to join this meeting. You need to have an account if you want to set up your own meeting.
No, I just want to join you now on the computer. How do I get you on the computer?
The same way that you got to me on the phone.
Not my students were not able to join me.
She doesn't have a link, so she has to put in the ID.
Too many people at
I
one
put in the
time.
ID. I put in the ID. It just says launching the whole time.
So maybe there's a problem with the internet? Does it
הוא
say like,
חוסם לך חלונות קופצים למעלה, את צריכה לשחרר אותו. למעלה בלינק,
you have to press like allow or something?
כן, ב-add block או מה שיש לך שם.
It's blocking
Here.
pop-ups.
Blah, blah, blah. Join audio.
Yeah, join using computer audio. Okay, that's
Yeah.
important to tell your students if they're going to be on a computer. You want it to say join using computer audio. What happens is a lot of times they join and they don't press that, and then they keep writing to you, oh, we can't, you don't hear us speaking. We're trying to talk and you can't hear us. You have to make sure that they move their mouse. On the bottom left, there's a little button with a microphone. It says mute. On the right of it, there's an arrow pointing up. They have to click on it, and you want it to say switch to computer audio, or if their cell phone, on their cell phone, switch to phone audio. Okay, their audio has to be on. So you want to check that their audio on. That's I think that's like the number one problem that students encounter is they go in and they didn't press that they want the computer audio, or they didn't press that they want the phone audio because they're on their cell phone, and then they say you can't hear me, and they're trying to talk to you, and we can't figure out why. Okay. Also, I sent everybody the number of the tmicha. Okay, the tech support. Call them, ask them your questions. They're very helpful. Okay.
That's the Zoom tmicha. Zoom tmicha you're talking about?
Yes, Zoom tmicha technique. That's right. Okay.
So we go. So it was first new meeting and then the code. I have to write
New
down.
meeting, and they'll give you a URL that you want to copy and paste and send to your students.
Okay.
Okay, you'll tell them at such and such a time we're going to be. Now, it used to be that Zoom was limited to 40 minutes. You could only have a 40-minute session.
Right.
The CEO of Zoom was really, really nice. He understands that the world really needs this right now. He's opened it up. It's unlimited. Okay, if you want to teach a marathon Tanakh tomorrow morning, you could teach them all day. Okay.
But you mentioned a code. There's something about a code.
Okay, so Ariella had to put in a code. I didn't have to do that. I don't know.
I also had to put a code.
I could think you put it in if you're joining from the computer. It doesn't know, and you're not clicking on the link.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because the link was on my WhatsApp,
Wow.
and it was going on from the computer, so I didn't click on any links. So in order to get connected to the correct Zoom chat, I had to put in the ID number that you sent when you sent the link.
Okay, Hannah.
Yeah, I think there's something else that I've been seeing right now. Many of you are very dark. Obviously, there's not enough light in the room that you're in. Yeah, Tamar.
Yes.
So
Only because of that, it's not because of your poor eyesight. It's okay.
Another thing you should tell your students that either do it during the daytime early, or they're in a well-lit place so you see them, because it's also for some people it's difficult to maybe hear. Maybe you're not close enough to your microphone. But that was just me.
Okay.
Okay. Sharon, are you raising your hand?
Yeah, I'm raising
Sharon?
my hand. Last night when we had a video conference with our school, it cut us off at 40 minutes.
Really?
I don't know when that
So
new
maybe you weren't
policy was.
using the free one. I don't know. Maybe the free one
We
is.
were using the free
I
one,
think-
I think.
I think you have to push continue. Like it comes up with an option.
He
for
had
the
to
host
re-invite
say-
us.
No,
I
the
never had that
host gets an option. We also had one last night. It says, do you want to, this time has run out. Do you want to continue? And they have to press OK. So maybe they missed
He
that.
re-invited, he reopened it up and re-invited everybody.
That's interesting.
He opened up a
probably
new
missed the
meeting. He
pop-up.
opened up a new meeting.
I have not had that
And
problem.
re-invited us all. He sent a new link.
כשיוצאים החוצה, אפשר להיכנס שוב לאותו לינק. מה שחשוב שהמנחה, ההוסט, מי שמזמין את כולם, הוא זה שייכנס ראשון, אז הוא צריך להיכנס ממש מיד. נגיד לפני שהם מסתיימים 40 דקות, נגיד 35 דקות, כולם יוצאים, וההוסט נכנס שוב לאותו קישור, וכולם יכולים להיכנס שוב לאותו קישור. זה כמו פגישה חדשה, נפתחות שוב 40 דקות. זה הפתרון הכי פשוט לחסימה.
רגע.
כאילו זה אותו קישור ואותו דבר?
רחלי, כל פעם צריך... שנייה, כל פעם צריך מחדש בעצם לשלוח את ה-URL והכל לכל מפגש מחדש?
יש כל מיני אופציות, אני חושבת שזה קצת מסובך לכם, כי בעצם לכל הוסט יש יש קוד קבוע שאפשר להיכנס אליו כל הזמן, ולא צריך לשלוח אפילו מחדש, רק להגיד בואו אליי, וכבר כל אחד יודע מה הקוד של כולם, אבל זה קצת יותר מורכב. אז נראה לי שכן, הכי טוב לשלוח קישור, לכתוב שעה, זה אפילו יש אפשרות שהוא חוסם את היומנים גם דרך היומן גוגל. הוא מסמן את זה, זה הכי פשוט.
אבל הקישור זה אותו קישור כל הזמן? לא. הקישור זה אותו קישור? לא.
זה לא, אפשר כן ואפשר לא, זה קצת יותר מורכב למי שמתחיל בזום להשתמש, לעשות את זה, אז פשוט תלכו בדרך שלכם, אני יכולה להעביר לכם את המספר טלפון שלי, מי שצריכה תמיכה טכנית אישית על פתיחה של שיעור, פשוט תעשו את זה, זה לא כזה פשוט, זה קצת מורכב, אז הלמידה היא מתוך התנסות, כמו שהתלמידים לומדים אנגלית מתוך לדבר, פשוט צריך לנסות ולעשות את זה, ולאט לאט זה נהיה יותר מובן ויותר ברור.
מה שחשוב להדגיש, one second, I just want to say something. What happens is because most of us are very new at this, so most of us will probably just use the same kishur for all our classes. Now I teach 4 classes. Do I really want all 4 of them getting mixed up with one another? Not necessarily. But because I'm new at this, what I'm going to make sure that I do is, if you move your mouse right now, you'll see on the right, you have something that says leave meeting. You see that? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna make sure to tell the students, please everybody leave the meeting, because if somebody doesn't officially leave the meeting, they could be there when I go into my next meeting. Okay. Now, as a host, you don't have the leave meeting, you have end meeting. You are officially ending this meeting. Zehu. Okay, so you want to make sure that after your 45 minutes with the students, you click that end meeting button. Okay, that cancels them out. Bye. Okay. And then when you go in with the next class, there shouldn't be anyone there. They're like starting all over. Okay, so that's important. Now, if you want to get fancy and you want to start with new URLs for all your class, okay, isn't hate, but like, I don't think we all want to do that. I think we want to keep it as simple as possible. Life is complicated enough as it is. Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. Okay, so that's Zoom.
I guess, so just 1 second about this code. Is this something that the Zoom gives me, or I'm supposed to enter? I mean, I'm supposed to enter a code somewhere? How does
the ID that Ariella asked about?
You are writing it, Tamar. You are writing numbers. I did it today. You are writing numbers, and this is your code.
I don't know what your question is, Tamar. Are you asking about?
You said after you click into a new meeting, okay, when you set up a meeting.
You're given a URL.
Oh, so it's a URL, not a code.
You are given a URL.
Ah, beseder, okay.
The URL is given numbers. I wrote numbers.
Ariella said she was given both.
I didn't do it, but I see what I'm getting. So if I'm getting both that you sent me, so that means you got both.
Okay.
It comes with the URL, gets an ID.
I only went into a URL. I didn't see numbers. I only had to do URL.
Sent us. If you check on the PLC, what you sent us on the WhatsApp, there's an ID number there. It comes together with the URL.
If it asks you for an ID number, then the participants.
You could either get in through the link, and if you don't have the link on your computer, you just type in the ID number that you got together with the link on your phone. Does that make sense?
No, I don't understand. Where do I get this code from again? This code.
Get it when you get the URL. This is something that will be clearer to you once you practice.
Okay.
If you want, you can practice. You can call your daughter and say, hi, can you practice with me tonight? You'll open up a Zoom. You'll invite her to it. And everybody will be happy. I just want to show another option.
Bila Shniya, I want to tell Tamar that there is a very good film that the Ulpana sent by Reut about the Zoom. It was really clear, so you can get into it and the Ulpana sent, a video.
Meital, the video that they sent is how to get into an already existing group, to join a group, not to create one. I
They
think.
sent a few things. I didn't want to
check it out.
אם אתם רוצות, אני יכולה לשלוח עכשיו פה בקבוצה קישורים להסבר איך עובדים עם הזום.
כן.
אוקיי.
כן?
אז
תמשיכו ואני אמצא ואשלח לכם.
אז רגע, את שולחת את זה לאימייל של איך את
בצ'אט.
בצ'אט פה, וכל אחת יכולה להעתיק לאן שהיא רוצה. אתם יכולות להעביר לוואטסאפ, אם יש לכם וואטסאפ קבוצתי.
Okay.
לא, אבל תמר, נראה לי שאת טועה. כאילו, the film is about how to create your account.
I'll check it. I'll check it out.
Okay. So now if you look at the bottom, okay, once you're in, you will see all the other participants. If you look at the bottom, there's a button. If you move your mouse, you'll see it says invite, and it has a plus symbol.
Yeah.
Okay, when you click on that, you can click on email, and you can put in somebody's email address to invite them.
1 second, on a smartphone, it doesn't have that.
You don't have the invite option on the bottom where it says
I have
invite
mute, stop video, share, participants, and more.
Okay, so again, this is why she said it's probably better to do it from a computer.
On the computer, I don't have invite. I have join audio, start video, and
No, you're on the
if I'm not the host, I can invite somebody.
Look, Varda, look at our screen where you see.
No, I
all
see.
of
I
our
see.
pictures.
On the computer, there's invite, not on the telephone.
Okay, right.
On the telephone, it doesn't have invite.
That's what
it does. Varda, on the left-hand side where it says chats, on the right-hand side, it says invite. Did you ever get to that place where it has all the go into participants?
Yeah, I see chat invite, but don't I have to be the host in order to invite somebody?
Press invite.
Invite.
Anybody, wait a minute, anybody can invite or only the host?
I think anybody can invite. There's a way for the host to limit who can invite, but I don't think we're holding there. Let's do the simplest thing for us.
כן,
Okay?
כולנו יכולים להזמין לקבוצה.
Okay, so invite, you can click, let's say I know that Shulamit is not able to join us. She couldn't figure out where that link was. So I can click on invite. I write Shulamit's address. Shulamit can now join us through that link. Okay? Now it's a pain to invite each person one by one. That's a pain. It's much easier to send the link and everybody just goes into the link. Right? With me? Okay. Next, participants. We already did this. If you click on participants, you see on the right side a whole list of everybody. You will see displayed for you whether or not their microphone is on, whether or not their camera is on, and that's where you'll be able to see very easily if there are problems, okay? If somebody does not have next to her name a camera with a red symbol on it, that means she doesn't have the ability for you to see her. Something's wrong with her camera. If somebody does not have a picture of a microphone with a red sign, that means she doesn't have a microphone capacity on whatever tool she's using, okay? That's a problem. So this gives you a very clear picture of who is in the room with you right now, in addition to the screen that shows you all the pictures. Okay, yeah. Hannah?
Yeah, what do you do if, like with Tali, you have no video and no audio?
No, Tali chose not to put on her audio and her video.
But if your student doesn't have either one, then you have to assume that they're not part of the video.
Tali's waving hi. She has a heartbeat. It's all good. Look, I'll give you an example of this session. This session is not at the most convenient time. People have kids at home and, and it's really hard. So it's not surprising that some people are muting their microphones or they have their picture off, okay? Like Dorit, for example, okay? Lo noach karega. So fine, I get that, that's fine. I had a whole session talking this morning to the letter Resh and the letter Ayin, okay? There were no students. Only at the end were they willing to show me that they were in their bed. This is us with our pillow. So fine, it's lo na'im, okay? It's not the best, but I'm talking about how you know if there's a problem. If you see the red slash through the microphone and the red slash through the camera, you know, okay, they're there and they're choosing to mute it. And you can say, okay, Rivka, I know you hear me, I know you're with me, but I just want you to say hello so that I know that you're alive and you didn't go make coffee. See? Okay, she's not speaking, she's just saying it. Okay, so if there is some sort of technical issue, you'll see that very easily there because they won't have a picture of a microphone next to their name. Why doesn't she have a microphone before? Okay, so that's where they call the tmicha technique. That's not something that you and I are gonna be fixing, okay? Also, when you click on this participants, you see the raising hand, the yes or no. We did this in the beginning. Okay, more, there's like a hand clapping. There's one for Audrey there. There's an I need a cup of coffee. Okay, you didn't see the cup of coffee. If you click on more, there's an I need a cup of coffee. Okay.
Where's more?
Where is more? We didn't see more.
When you went on participants, you see the list of all the participants?
Okay,
If you go on the 3 dots, it says more.
All
There's
right.
a thumbs up, thumbs down. If you didn't like my joke, you can do a thumbs down. Okay. Oh, there's a few of you. Hannah needs coffee and so does Racheli. Okay, we'll work on that. Audrey,
How did you
רק
do this
להגיד
coffee?
משהו, אני
How
רוצה
did-
להגיד משהו, שכדאי להתחיל בשימוש בזום במפגשים הראשונים, לא לתכנן יותר מדי שיעור, אלא לזכור שחלק מהעניין זה ההתחברות, ההתנתקות, לדבר באנגלית, להשתמש באפליקציה שהיא באנגלית, וזה חלק מהעניין, כאילו לא לתכנן יותר מדי ולהתאכזב. כי הטכני בהתחלה הוא מאוד מסורבל, אז זה בסדר, לדעת שזה יקרה וזה בסדר, ולאט לאט עוד ועוד תלמידים יצליחו להיכנס, לשמוע, להיות בפנים, להישאר.
אריאלה,
למרות שלאט לאט ועוד שנייה נחזור ללימודים סדירים.
אמן, הלוואי.
I don't think it's going to be so soon. Yeah, Ariella?
I really agree with what Racheli's saying, especially with my students in the beginning. I was going to use it as something chavrati. I was going to ask for ideas for icebreakers that we could use on Zoom. If anyone has any good
I
ideas.
think we did a lot of nice icebreakers this year.
Yeah. We use it on Zoom, yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think back on what we used. Maybe
I
just
don't know
simply.
about Zoom icebreakers, but you can look up online if you do short icebreakers, icebreakers for building team activities, things like that. You'll get lists and lists of them.
Right, okay. If anyone does anything that works, then share.
Yes, that is a very good idea. Gitti, were you raising your hand? Yes.
Yeah, no, I liked what Rivka said at the beginning, and I kept it in my head. Just I wasn't planning to do this until she said something, but I am going to start just checking in with the girls on how they're feeling before we even start. It's not an icebreaker, but I mean, they all know each other, so they don't need an actual icebreaker to, like, you know, break that kind of ice, but just to see how they're doing, because I haven't seen them in a while, and I just want to see how they're doing, and maybe we'll sing a song.
That's a nice idea. If you notice, that's how we started the session today. It was very important for me to give you
Right.
time to talk about how you're feeling, how you're doing, how you're managing or not managing, how frustrated you are. And then that also gave time for people to join along the way. Because some of us, it took us longer than others. Some of us were here a half hour early.
Is it raining? Is it raining in Kochav Yaakov?
I don't know. I'm in the mamad in case you couldn't tell.
Because over here.
Tamar, did you do the Zoom today? Did you do the Zoom with the students?
Not with the students, but I did it last night with the Tzevet in the school. With
Okay.
all the rest of them.
Okay.
Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is next to participants, there's something that says share screen. Okay, don't press it. Don't press it. Don't press it. I'm going to give you each a chance to try this, but I'm going to share a few things with you. I want to show you a few things that are available to us and how we do this. If I click on share screen, okay, you'll get a chance to try this. I will see a screen that gives me a few options. One option is screen, one option is whiteboard. I'm going to click on screen, and then there's a button that says share. Tamar, this is where you write it down.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to click on share, and then I'm going to click on screen, and there's a button that says share. I'm now sharing my screen. Okay, I could show you my email, I could show you my Google Classroom, I could show you my WhatsApp, I could show you, I wanted to show you, where is it? This is what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you that the Ministry of Education has been hard at work building this site. This is the English from Home site, and there is a lot of information on the site. Okay, tips, list of online tools. If I were to click that, it would take me to this. This is an Excel spreadsheet, which I think is very well done, with the name of the program, a link to it. Everybody remembers Quizlet from Ariella's, Audrey's session. Very, very well done. And she gave us a page detailing how to use it. Okay, it describes the tool and it tells us if it costs something or if it's free, it really tells us. Okay, there are so many resources here. I'm going to go through it really slowly, but there's so much. Kahoot, I don't know if any of you have ever used Kahoot. If you want to do a poll, there's a few options here. Cooperative learning. Okay, forum or social networking. You might recognize some of these sites. You might not recognize any of them. Okay, there's
how are you showing us this? How are you showing this? How did you go into all of these sites? You did share, and then how did you go to all this?
I went into these sites before. Okay, I have this open on my computer, and now I've chosen, I want to share this with you all. Okay, there's things I don't want to share with you all, like my students' group grades. That's down here. I will not share that with you. But I want to share this website of the, one second, of the ministry. No, that's not it. It was very important for me to show you that the ministry has been working on this. Okay, it's called English from Home. And I wanted you to see that there are so many tools. Okay, you have all these things that you could click on, and that there's this whole huge file with tons and tons and tons and tons.
When I wrote in English from Home, I did not get Misrad HaChinuch site. Do I have to write Misrad HaChinuch English from Home in order to get this?
Okay, so I got a link for it.
Did you send us the link?
I will try to send it to you right now.
Thank you.
You're sending it to our email or to the WhatsApp?
I will try to send it to the WhatsApp. Tamar, did I send it to the English staff?
You sent us, can.
Wait.
I did send it to the, okay, so that would be.
You
sent. You did a while ago?
You sent it.
Yeah, here it is.
Wasn't
Okay,
long
so
ago.
now I'm sending it via WhatsApp to the PLC group. Okay.
Okay.
The PLC WhatsApp group. Okay, that's the English from Home site. And if you really go on there a lot, you'll see that they keep changing things. They keep adding things. Okay, this is not a static site. When they see that there are good ideas, they keep giving platform to those ideas. They keep giving lesson plans and whatever. People are putting stuff up. Okay, this is a really, really big file. Okay, notice how many things.
Bilha, if I'm with my class, if I'm with a class and I want to show them something, I go into share, and then how do I show them what I want to show them? I want to put up a Havanat Nishma from the UPP site, for example, to play it for them. How do I do that?
But they don't need to see that. They don't need to see that. You don't need to
They
share
have
a
to
screen
hear
for
it.
that. Share a screen this is what Audrey was asking about before. If she wants to put up a presentation, something that she typed up, let's say on Word, and she wants to point things out. Okay, now I will show you what I can do with this. Okay, let's see.
No,
okay.
but I want to play it. I want to play it and start and stop with the class.
You can do that, but you don't have to share a screen for that. They could be looking at the pictures of themselves for that. Sharing a screen is when you want them to see something. What you can put up on the share screen, you can put up the questions of the unseen. And then what you can do is watch, okay? This is the part where you pick up your pens and you write. As the host, on the top, on the top, if you wiggle your mouse, you have something that says annotate. If you click on annotate, then you will get a toolbar. I know this is very theoretical. I can't show it to you. Even when I share my screen, you won't see it. Okay, but I will just show it to you. I have a toolbar where I can write a text. Okay, so I'm going to do that now.
Where is it? I don't see it.
I can't believe this.
Can you see that I just wrote "this is interesting"?
Yes.
Bila, I remember this annotate thing from last night's Ishtalmud, but it was when you were using the whiteboard. That's when.
Okay, but you can do it also here. Okay,
yeah.
did you see the blue arrow that I just put in? No. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Okay, I want to show you Moodle, so I put a blue arrow next to the word Moodle. You see it?
How did you put an arrow there?
Okay, so this is something you cannot see. Again, what you have when you, oh, somebody's drawing on my pretty picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing it.
Somebody's drawing.
It's me.
How is somebody drawing on it?
How? Because
On my
you can
smartphone, I have a toolbar. Wait, one
that says
second.
annotate. Okay, the host has a slightly different toolbar than everybody else, but you all have the ability to ruin my picture.
I
and
did.
you
I'm
can-
sorry, but I was
okay.
just playing with it. It's my
I want you to
smartphone.
play with it. Exactly. So I want you to click on annotate, and you can practice.
Where is it?
You can
Where do I
practice.
find annotate? I don't see annotate on the computer. I don't see.
You also can't find it on the computer.
I don't see
Are
annotate
you on the
telephone.
computer or on your phone?
I'm on both.
On the computer.
Okay,
I'm on both.
we can't see it.
On the computer, we don't see it.
I'm on both.
On the computer, I don't see it.
גם לא רואה.
I see tools. I just see tools, but when I click, nothing happens.
Where do you see tool? Where do you see
I got to
tool?
click tools.
List of great programs. There's
top.
file, edit, view, insert, format data, tools.
Yeah, well.
Top. on the
Where do you
top
have
of
that? Where do you have that?
On the top of Bilha's screen. It says list of great programs.
View options?
And then-
View options.
View option to annotate, okay.
Yes, I see it.
I don't have that. No, I don't have that.
Yeah, it's view options.
Okay.
Where?
Options at the top.
Okay.
Oh, you know.
View up.
Okay, are we all on the same page?
Yeah, I see it now.
I don't
Annotate
have.
does not have a
Okay,
toolbar.
so now,
Yeah, you do
somebody with that
options.
heart, I see that.
Yeah, it's me. I can explain to Vana, I think.
Go ahead,
see
scribble on
tools,
it.
But nothing happens when I press tools.
Perfect
Press
scribble.
annotate, view
So
options,
I'm-
go on the computer, annotate, and then you have all the options over there. You
Where?
gotta- If
Who
you're
is
on the
doing
computer, do view options, annotate, and then you have a toolbox that pops up.
I don't have view options even. I just have view
On top.
only.
What do you
Top?
have?
יש
Where it
לך
says
למעלה
There's
במסך,
drop-down
you are
menu.
reviewing Bila screen.
It's not me drawing anymore. It's somebody else. I'm not taking responsibility for what's going on.
Fine, Rick,
And
watch
I-
it. You
כולן מצליחות.
wanna see this magic trick?
View. Click
View
view.
Bila's screen. You go to Bila's screen, it's on green. On top, it says you have.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It says view only. Then what do I do?
View
Okay.
options, אין לך?
No, view only, just view only.
You guys are living on the wild side. I see you getting wild here with
Oh, yeah.
your
I don't
hearts
have.
and your...
תשימו לב שזה גם מאט את הקצב של השמע.
כי כולם מתחרות בו זמנית.
You know,
לא,
I don't.
כי התנועה, זה לוקח עוד אנרגיה מהאינטרנט.
Hi.
Oh,
Okay.
here, I found it. Okay. Oh, annotate.
So
Okay.
now I'm going to clear everyone's drawings. Okay, so now that we understand how to
Oh,
do
how
that.
could you do that? How could you
Oh,
do
good.
that?
Yes, I miss you, Audrey.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Okay, so that is the sharing. Now, I want us each to take turns, provided that you don't have anything inappropriate on your computer open right now. I want us each to take turns and try to share a screen. Okay, are you willing to try this?
I didn't hear you, Bila.
To share a screen. Are you willing to try this?
Okay, to share a screen, okay.
But what should we share?
Okay, so who would like to be first? It doesn't matter what you share. Oh, here.
Could you share
Sharon
a screen
decided to
from?
share.
Wait, could you share a screen
what
from a
to share?
smartphone?
Okay, Sharon is sharing something that she has on her computer open right now. Okay. And again, we can annotate it, right? We can color and draw and scribble on Sharon's
But
beautiful.
what happens if there are
That's
several students who want to share at the same time? So who
No,
gets
so you don't really want that. I wanted us to share. Sharon, can you unshare for a second? Can you go on top, stop sharing? I wanted each of you to try out the sharing so that you know how to do it with your students. I'm not expecting, I mean, you could have your students share their screen. המורה, אני כתבתי ככה, האם זה נכון? You know? Okay, Hannah's trying it out. Okay, and Hannah's trying to join.
if I had a Word document, so how do I put it in the, in this share? In the share
Again, if your
screen.
Word document is open on your computer, when you do screen share, then you can choose it. Do you want to try it, Maytal? Do you have something open on your computer?
Could you do it from a smartphone?
I want.
Khali, can you do it from a smartphone? I think so.
But
can you share from a smartphone?
כן, אפשר לשתף מסך בסמארטפון, פשוט זה פחות אופציות. הנה, מי משתף
Oh, this is
עכשיו?
great. Who
לא,
shared
זה מה
this?
שאני עשיתי, סתם פתחתי a Word document.
No, this is not you. This is
מעולה, הנה
Not
ההוראות
me?
לזום.
אז מי
אתם
זה היה?
רואות את ההוראות לזום?
סליחה.
Okay, wait. I want to show you. Svia, can you scroll up a little bit?
Zayani.
Svia, can you scroll up a little bit? I want everyone to see what's here. This was another thing I was planning on showing you. Svia, can you scroll up a little bit?
יש פה את ההסבר לזום
I
ששלחתי.
can't find. My screen share is being paused.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Because somebody else is trying to share.
Someone paused me.
Maybe it was, no, it wasn't me.
Okay. I don't know. You want to try stopping it and starting it again?
Okay, I'll try again.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Okay, Svia is trying to share the atal of the Pisga Binyamin.
רגע, אני לא יכולה, אני...
Okay, can you scroll up on the left?
Yeah. Left.
A little more. Wait, a little bit less. Varda. Stop trying to steal the show. Varda. Varda, no sharing right now. Only Tzvia's
I'm
showing.
not doing anything. I'm trying to get out. It's
Go
mamash.
Okay, wait, no, go up a little bit. Oh no, Varda!
I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. It's coming up from my computer by itself. I can't stand this.
Your computer is possessed.
Screen sharing has failed. Please try again later. Error code. That's the story of my life. Technologically.
כולם לשלב ידיים, חוץ מצביה. Okay, צביה, you have the bama.
One more
time. Try again. Sharon and Ariella, this is not called לשלב ידיים. Okay, so here we have the atal of the Pisga. Go up a little bit. Okay, you have, wait, go down a little bit. למידה מרחוק, קישורים וכלים, אתרים פתוחים ומומלצים. Okay, go down a little bit. This is for your kids as well as your students. They have a ton of stuff in all different subjects. Okay, you could go down a little bit. This is the atal Pisga. If you write Pisga Binyamin, then there's a link that takes you to this, למידה מרחוק, and then it takes you to this. You see on the right, Zoom, מומלץ ביותר, סרטון הדרכה. See it on the right? Yep, that's what she's pointing to. Google Hangouts, okay. Mashov, if you're using the Mashov, again, we said the Mashov works a little bit less than, or a lot less than Zoom. Okay, so Tzvia, thank you for sharing this. You can stop your sharing, and now we will give the bama to somebody else who really wants to share. Who wants to practice sharing? Anybody? It's a good idea to practice this with us. You don't want to make a fool of yourself with your students.
I don't know what to share.
It doesn't matter. It's not to show us something important. It's to practice how you share so that when you need to share something with your students, you can. Gitzi, did you want to share?
I do, but I don't know what to do. I want to share something that's on my phone. How do I do that?
Are you on your phone?
I have my phone. There's something on my phone that I want to share.
You have to open it on the device that you're doing Zoom with. If you're doing Zoom on your computer,
So I'll try to figure out something else.
Okay, but again, I don't need you to share with me now something that's like groundbreaking and important. I need you to share now so that you will learn how to share, to practice. Okay?
לשתף את המסך בית של המחשב.
Okay, it could be just your desktop. It doesn't have to be anything magniv. Okay, it doesn't have to be you in front of the Eiffel Tower. Anybody want to practice?
I would like to.
How do I?
Oh my God, I'm lost.
Okay, Hannah Hirsch is practicing.
Oh, what did I do here?
how do I share something that is in a WhatsApp? Like I sent links to grammar sites to some of my students.
So you open up the grammar site.
What?
You open up the site. Hannah,
No,
we're
and
seeing your name.
it's in WhatsApp. I sent it. How do I get to it?
Okay, so you have the option of doing WhatsApp web. Do you know about WhatsApp web through the computer?
No.
You can type in Google WhatsApp web, and then you can open WhatsApp on your computer. Okay, and then it opens up all your chats the same way that you would have it. Would you like to see it? I can show it to you.
Yes.
I just tried from my phone, and I went into my Google Drive, and it didn't let me open up my Google Drive at all. Like it didn't let me share.
I'm sorry.
זה קצת יותר מסובך בטלפון, כי זה דורש המון, זה דורש מחשב כבד יותר, והטלפונים שלנו...
No, it said connecting. It said loading. בגלל זה?
Yeah,
So,
that's what she's saying.
Okay, so don't do it from a phone. Okay.
No, but on the computer.
I'm showing you right now I'm right now on WhatsApp on my computer, okay? I'm looking at the WhatsApp. I have my English staff. I have my KY ladies, my Coco style, okay? This is my WhatsApp. It's on the computer, Varda. So you can
how did you open it? Wait a minute. While you're in Zoom, how did you open up? You clicked on share, and then how did you go to your WhatsApp?
Okay, again, the question is, what are you trying to do? You're trying to share the screen of something that you have open on your computer already?
Something that is in my WhatsApp that I sent to one of my groups, and some of the boys didn't see it.
If your WhatsApp is open on your computer, and the way you do that is you press WhatsApp web and you follow the very clear instructions there. Okay? If your WhatsApp is open on your computer, then when you do share screen, you just need to click on that place where the WhatsApp is, and you find the WhatsApp you're looking for, and you can, but I would recommend, you don't need them to see all your WhatsApps. I would recommend doing that before, going into your WhatsApp, clicking on the link, opening up that Sirton or whatever it is that you have, and then you just go into that movie that you want to show them. You understand?
And how would I go into YouTube if I want to show them something?
So again, you open up on the computer what you want to show them before you start your Zoom session. You have it on your computer.
And then it'll come up when I go into the share screen?
No,
Whatever's open
you'll click on
up?
share screen.
Yes.
And you'll click on that YouTube link that you want.
Because it will appear there.
ורדה, תשתפי איתנו מסך, תעשי share עכשיו.
אוקיי, share.
ותבחרי screen. יש לך שם כל מיני אופציות, תבחרי screen.
screen.
אוקיי. אוקיי, אנחנו מחכים שזה ישתף אותנו. הנה, רק רגע, ורדה. יפה. עכשיו אנחנו רואים שאת באינטרנט בזום. תפתחי כרטיסייה חדשה, תכתבי יוטיוב.
We're here?
למעלה, בכרטיסייה חדשה באינטרנט.
פלאס.
כן, את יכולה גם פה. תכתבי יוטיוב.
What time is this Zoom session supposed to be over?
It's supposed to be over at 7, but we do need to stop a little bit earlier because I have to give you like a thing to fill out that counts as your attendance. Okay. So I'm gonna try after Varda shares. I'm gonna try to send it to you.
What is?
חכי, האינטרנט שלך איתי, ורדה, האינטרנט שלך איתי. אוקיי, עכשיו אנחנו רואים מה שאת עושה, אנחנו רואים שאת מחפשת יוטיוב. אם היית פותחת מראש את היוטיוב, היינו רואים עכשיו את הסרטון שרצית שנראה.
Here. אוקיי.
הנה, נפתח לך, את יכולה להיכנס. אנחנו רואים הכל, אנחנו רואים את מה שאת רואה על המחשב.
אוקיי, בסדר, אוקיי, so I'll do here stop share.
עד עכשיו תשחררי, יופי.
אז פשוט עושים אחרי ה-share screen, מעלים מה שאני רוצה. כאילו, after I press share screen, אני יכולה להעלות מה שאני רוצה.
You should try to have it open before.
Can we hear it also?
Okay.
Can you hear, like if I'm showing a YouTube video, will you be able to hear it? I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find. Does anybody want to try?
I can't do it from my phone.
I kind of lost you guys.
That's how you do a whiteboard? I never know how you do a whiteboard.
Okay, Audrey's screen sharing. Audrey.
That's
how you could do a whiteboard?
You see how it's slower? It's like مخفي ده.
Is Audrey doing from a phone or from a computer?
אבל אנחנו לא שומעים אותה.
It certainly looks like a computer.
זה מחשב.
Okay.
את שומעת אותה? אנחנו לא שומעים אותה.
But how do you get to something that's not open on your desktop? Something that's in download. Open everything that you might need?
You open whatever you need.
Before?
Yeah.
Before, okay, that's important to know. Because all the only things that came up were things that were open.
But you didn't answer a question I wrote on the chat that nobody answered. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Is that the chat that we had that you sent the link to Piskat Binyamin, how does that chat stay after we hang up?
Oh, that. It doesn't stay. I meant to send it to the WhatsApp. I saved the Piskat Binyamin while we were talking.
Yeah, the link that I sent, you want to save. Or did I send the link? Whatever.
Yeah, but you sent it on the chat.
Yeah, but it works as long as we're here. But as soon as we go, it's not here. So you have
exactly. So you want to save it. So you right click it, select all. No, not select all.
Copy message.
Copy. Oh, here, now I have copy. Before I didn't have copy.
Or open it.
And Dorit is doing, who recognizes the site?
Yeah, of course.
Quizlet. Okay.
But did anybody hear what I shared? I'm curious if you can hear the stuff.
I didn't hear your aerobics.
My microphone was muted. Did Audrey, did you try sharing with your microphone not muted?
Her microphone is also muted.
So can somebody try and share audio like that with their microphone not muted, and we can see if we can hear it?
Does anybody have a YouTube video?
Should I try again?
You could try again.
I'm unmuting my microphone and hold on.
No, your microphone is not muted.
I'm saying before it was muted when I shared the video. So I'm going to put the video on again.
Right.
And 1 minute, let me share it. And you guys tell me, can you hear it?
No.
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 רגע, זה עוד לא משותף. גם את עם אוזניות.
Okay, Sharon, yeah.
It's a workout.
Can you hear it?
We don't hear it.
לא, את יכולה להוציא את האוזניות ונבדוק אם אנחנו יכולים לשמוע?
No.
כי את שומעת את זה באוזניות, אז זה לא איתנו. אבל כששולחים יוטיוב, אפשר תמיד לשלוח קישור בצ'אט. כל אחד יראה במחשב שלו, משתיקים את כולם, וכל אחד רואה אצלו.
אפשר לשאול משהו?
Can you hear it?
Yes, a little.
Now you can hear it?
Yeah.
Very weak.
Barely.
Can we hear it too?
Yeah.
No.
כדאי לכם לנסות לפתוח מפגש עם עצמכם, לפתוח בפלאפון, להתחבר דרך הפלאפון או דרך עוד מחשב, או דרך כמה פלאפונים. ככה אני הייתי עושה בהתחלה, שהתחלתי להשתמש בזום לפני 2 בערך, אז הייתי פותחת בכל מיני מכשירי קצה שסביבי, מבקשת מאחותי, מאמא, תמיד היה במוצאי שבת סצנת זום של כל מי שיושב באותו מקום, לא לנהל אנשים רחוקים, והיינו מנסים כל מיני אופציות, מי מנהל את זה, איך זה עובר. אתן פשוט יכולות לעשות את זה בבית, לעשות עם הילדים שגרים בתוך הבית, שגרים רחוק. זה הרבה יותר קל ללמוד ככה.
עכשיו הנכדים שלי מחכים לי לקרוא להם סיפור לפני השינה בזום, כל הנכדים בכל העולם, אז אנחנו צריכים לסיים.
Okay, wait, 1 second.
אבל הם באמת מציקים לי.
But Kahoot is on the list, but Kahoot we can't do if they only could see it on the wall, right? Trivinity is better. Kahoot, not everyone has the question, am I correct?
נכון, בגלל זה קהות אפשר להשתמש רק עם הזום, אי אפשר לעשות קהות מרחוק בלי זום.
אז לי יש רעיון אחר, טריבנטי. טריבנטי, כל אחד מקבל את השאלה.
If we had another session, we would go over.
No, because someone asked me that today, and I said you can't use Zoom.
We would go over all the
yeah.
That's
what I wanted to do.
Billa, from everything that's been going on since school ended, and with all the drishot, this has been the most effective meeting I think I've had since it started. All of a sudden, I feel like I have a kli, and I have tmicha, and I have friends, and we're in this together. And now tomorrow I could do this, because we all worked on it together. So first of all, thank you. And second of all, if anybody else is interested in doing another Zoom meeting with Kelim that we can do together through Zoom, like if I have Quizlet, I know I have Quizlet, but I never did Quizlet in Zoom, and I never did Kahoot in Zoom. So any of these, everything's great on the internet. Like somebody sent me and Sharon saw this great woman showing us all these great ideas, and it was so easy for her. But not for me.
I want you to know that I was supposed to give today, and I was going to do digital tools. No, Mishama.
So I don't know. I would instead of whatever's scheduled for later. Now we need help. So if we could schedule another Zoom meeting.
So first of all, you should know that there is a Zoom meeting. Wait, Tamar, 1 second. There is a Zoom meeting at 8 o'clock tonight. There was one yesterday. And they saw that teachers wanted, like I guess there weren't enough teachers, or more teachers wanted to sign up. They couldn't do it last night. Today at 8, okay, yes, it's a bit much. We've just been on the computer for a while. They sent out a link from the Pisga, Dafka, to teach other digital tools, not Zoom, on Zoom, but how to do other things, Jamboard, and I don't remember what the other things were.
I'm meeting my students tonight at 8.
So if you're bored, you can do that. We can try to ask them to record the meeting.
Another hour, so.
And if they record the meeting, then we can try to send you the link. I just want everybody to notice in the chat, I sent a Google form. That's your nochachut for the mifgash. You have to go in and you have to fill that out. Okay?
תעשו את זה עכשיו, הצ'אט ייסגר אחר כך.
Right.
רגע, in the chat?
How do we do it? We have to press
how do can?
You click on that link.
Okay.
I don't have a link here.
You click.
I click chat and then I see all the
Where do
names.
I don't have.
It's no longer accepting responses.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, on the computer, I don't have chat.
That was short.
Oh, here.
The phone
It worked for me.
Yeah. I see the chat with the names.
I got it. Low.
Type a message here.
That's pretty funny.
Why?
Okay.
It says over here, type a message here.
Bill, what do
I don't find it.
Bill,
Yes.
what do I do with this telephone? Let me forget. How do I, you don't see it. I see that I don't have video.
רגע.
Now letting the
Okay. היי אביבה, כתוב בגוגל פורמס שזה לא מחבר.
Bila, I don't know how to do it. I press chat and I see all the names.
Bilha, I press chat and I get הרשמה למפגש כלים ללמידה מרחוק. This,
right,
with no, nothing to
right,
fill in.
Not yours.
Okay, 1 second. Sharon, can you unshare, please?
That's what I got.
When you click on chat,
yes.
Okay, there's a window. The top part is the participants and the bottom is the Zoom group chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Varda?
Yeah.
Other people are saying yes. Are you also saying yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I click on the chat and I get the form to click on from you, and then I get exactly what Sharon shared.
Right.
מפגש כלים ללמידה מרחוק.
We are all experiencing this problem that we cannot hand in our notes.
Why can't you just see who's there now? I think it's all of them.
I can see, but the Pisga, I'm actually taking a picture of it for the Pisga. And I asked
So
her.
how
and
about a
she's gonna-
Google Docs? How about a Google Docs?
It is a Google document. That's what that link was. It was a
No,
Google
that's a
document.
Google form.
Google form, sorry.
Maybe we could do a Google Docs.
But it's, no, it says Docs, docsgoogle.com.
I'm gonna ask her because she's not answering my WhatsApp, and I do want this to count for everybody.
You can send
אני
us over
יכולה
WhatsApp a
לשלוח
link
לכם
to a
קישור
Google
עכשיו
Doc.
אחר?
You know what I mean? Google.
אני שולחת לכם קישור אחר.
By
תירשמו
Drive,
בו.
Google Drive, by Drive.
Yeah, Racheli sent another one, and it works. It works what Rachel
It
sent.
works, it works, it works.
Where is it? Wait, Zubi, can you? Oh.
Okay.
Very nice.
Oh, I see it. הנה, רגע.
Okay.
Oh, wait, here it is.
Yep.
Do we write in
Excellent,
English or
great.
Hebrew?
English.
Thank you very much.
Only English.
English?
Only English.
אני רשמתי שאלות
I wrote in
בעברית.
Hebrew.
אוקיי.
I don't think it
העיקר
Does it
שהתעודת
matter?
זהות זה במספרים.
No, but do you care if it's in
Are we
English?
done?
הנה 4 נרשמו כבר.
זה לא נותן לי.
Does it matter if it's in English or
אני
Hebrew?
לא מצליחה. אני רואה הרשמה, ואז איך אני נכנסת?
נכנסת לקישור האחרון?
רגע.
לנוכחות, לא להרשמה.
It works, it works.
כן, אני לא מצליחה. אז למה לי זה? זה טוען לי וזה עדיין לא עולה.
אז רגע, תיתנו לאינטרנט קצת זמן.
רחלי,
יש לנו
ראיתי...
כבר 10
Do I write it in
תגובות.
Hebrew?
הנה, יש לי פה, איפה אני הולכת? Go to the Google form, לפרסונל, מה זה? מה זה?
I think I did it.
אוקיי.
אוקיי.
רחלי, קיבלת הרשמה תמר ברטל?
אני בודקת. כן.
אני בינתיים לא הצלחתי להירשם.
מי זאת אני?
אני לא יודעת.
רחלי?
מי זו אני?
מיטל סייג, לא יודעת, לא...
Am I on mute?
מיטל סייג, אני לא מצליחה להירשם עם הקישור, זה לא עולה לי.
נכנסת לקישור האחרון, מיטל?
כן.
שלחתי עכשיו
כן,
עוד קישור.
נכנסתי, אבל זה לא...
אוקיי, אז אני
זה
איתך
לא-
בקשר. יש עוד מישהי שיש לה בעיה? יש לי 11 תגובות, כמה אנחנו בפנים?
אני אנסה עוד פעם.
רחלי?
צריך להיות 14, חסרות לי 3. כן, גיטי?
את יכולה אולי
Okay,
להקריא...
you guys are all great, but that doesn't count for anything, and that's not the official thing, so it's not really so good that you did that. So now I'm going to send you the real link, and now you will...
אתם יירשמו שוב?
עוד פעם?
רגע,
But we just...
זה אולי יעלה לי עכשיו?
כן,
זה
רגע.
משהו? מה זה פה? לא, זה לא
You
זה.
just did it.
קיצור, רחלי, מה אני עושה? אני לא
רגע,
מצליחה.
בילה, רק שנייה, תנו לבילה לדבר.
One second. Please go into the link that I'm sending now, and please fill it out now.
Where is it?
Forms.gle.
מיטל, תתחברי לזה, תראי אם את מצליחה.
Left the meeting.
It says that they're not accepting responses.
No, it
הנה, עכשיו אני רואה, עכשיו
Okay,
זה כן.
it's orange, not purple. Okay.
No. They don't let.
A lot of things to answer.
No, they're not accepting.
You're looking at something different. This is
בילה,
not...
מה ששלחת זה עם מלא פרטים, מספר טלפון
maybe.
וזה?
כן, נוכחות מפגש
here,
חטיבה
okay.
ועל יסודי.
אוקיי,
You want
צריך
it in
למלא את הדבר האחרון ששלחתי. אם מילאתם את הקודם, זה לא ייחשב לכם.
Here, can you get it?
After all this?
בילה, זה
בילה, את
מספיק
יכולה לראות מי מילתה?
לא, אני לא יכולה לראות, רק אביבה יכולה לראות. אביבה
אוי.
What's המוצר שברצוני להכין? What does that
בילה,
mean?
אבל אם אני ממלאה את מה שעכשיו זה מספיק?
אם את ממלאה את הדבר הנכון זה מספיק, ואם את ממלאה את הדבר הלא נכון אז זה לא מספיק.
What's the last question? המוצר שברצוני להכין? What is that? What
מה
does it mean?
לקחתי מהמפגש? לא, רגע, זה המוצר שברצוני להכין.
מה זה הדבר
What
שיתוף.
you can say, a virtual lesson. שיעור וירטואלי.
מה זה השאלה האחרונה?
אני לא חיברתי את זה.
הנה, אביבה מתחברת אלינו.
למה אני אכתוב שיעור וירטואלי?
למה? כי הם
אביבה
צריכים.
מתחברת אלינו.
לא הבנתי, מה אני כותבת במוצר?
אולי הם צריכים למאגר שלהם. אני ראיתי בדיוק עכשיו, שלחו לי שמתח מחפש מורים לעשות.
Okay, your response has been recorded.
Have to go
Okay.
to my
אביבה?
who's gonna
אביבה,
do
את
that.
יכולה לשמוע אותנו?
Done.
אביבה?
No, wait.
אביבה,
המוצר
כן.
בילה, מה אני
שלום אביבה.
מה אני כותבת
אביבה, לא
במוצר?
שומעים אותך.
אתם לא שומעים אותי?
הנה, עכשיו שומעים אותך.
What is this המוצר ש...
אביבה, יש פה כמה שאלות.
כן.
מה זה
שאלה אחרונה, מה המוצר? תקריאו. מישהי רוצה להכין?
נראה לי קהות.
ברצוני להכין.
רגע, שנייה. זה לא לקבוצה שלכם. שנייה, אני אשנה. מילאו נוכחות
בפעם השלישית.
אביבה.
But I filled it out already.
I also filled it out.
לא, רגע, אני רוצה לשאול משהו, שנייה. הצלחתם למלא את הנוכחות בלי זה?
כן.
בלי השאלה האחרונה?
עשיתי את שניהם. עשיתי את שניהם.
רגע, יש לי שאלה.
אביבה. הם מילאו נוכחות בטופס מאולתר שעשיתי על המקום, עם שם ותעודת זהות. ואחר כך בילה שלחה גם את הטופס הזה. אז יש כל מיני... בסדר.
אז זה מספיק טוב?
לא,
מה שהם עשו. והם לא צריכות למלא את השאלה האחרונה.
לא, השאלה האחרונה היא לא, זה בטעות.
את יכולה שנייה לבדוק... את יכולה שקיבלת מכל אחד מהם?
אני רואה 10 תגובות, אני אגיד לכם של מי אני רואה.
תגידי שמות, ברגע שאביבה אומרת את השם שלכם, אתם יכולות ללחוץ על leave meeting, אוקיי? לצאת מהמפגש.
יש לי אחד
רגע, בואו נקשיב.
רגע.
לא שומעים.
רבקה, דורית, טלי, ורדה, אריאלה אלמוג, שרון, אודרי, צביה, תמר, מיטל וחנה.
No, that means I'm not in.
Okay, Gitty.
I don't know what to do in the last question.
You don't have to do anything in the last.
But it doesn't let me submit it.
תרשמי אין. תרשמי אין.
ביי.
בדיוק.
אוקיי, זהו, ביי.
Now was it submitted? Was it submitted?
אביבה, את יכולה לבדוק עם גיטי שלך?
עם גיטי? כן, עכשיו.
אוקיי.
עכשיו הרגע של גיטי בפנים.
אוקיי, thank you.
ביי. רגע, אבל חסר לך עדיין. Audrey, you can go.
Thank you, Vilha.
Thank you. רגע, אז מי עדיין לא...
גיטי, את בסדר, את יכולה לצאת. אודליה? אודליה הייתה איתנו?
אודליה פה, כן, אני שנייה אתקשר אליה.
אודליה אני לא רואה.
היא היחידה?
חנה הירש?
חנה?
בילה, זה לא עובד לי השליחה, אני עושה שליחה וזה לא עובד.
חנה, את יכולה לצאת מהמפגש.
חנה יכולה לצאת מהמפגש?
יש לי חנה.
חנה, you can go, Audrey, you can go, אודליה אומרת...
בילה, תקשיבי רגע, תקשיבי. אני עשיתי את הראשון שאת שלחת עם התעודת זהות, עבד לי. השני, השאלון השני, לא עובד לי לשלוח אותו.
To submit, כאילו, בסוף כש...
לא, כן, הסמביץ לא נותן לי.
ענית על כל השאלות?
עניתי על כל השאלות.
כי אם את משאירה שאלה אחת ריקה, אז זה לא ייתן לך...
אני יודעת, אני עניתי על הכל, בילה. הוא לא נותן לי לעשות את הסמביט בסוף, הוא לא נותן לי לעשות אותו.
איפה עוד פעם?
אוקיי, תראי מה אני מציעה. תצאי ותנסי עוד פעם, ואם כן, כן, ואם לא, אנחנו זוכרים שהיית,
תסגרי את השאלון. תסגרי את השאלון, ואז תפתחי שוב בצ'אט.
תלחצי שוב. קוראים שנייה. נו, כבר... איפה הכפתור הזה? הנה. participants. איפה השאלון?
chat. לא participants, chat.
הנה, מצאתי אותו. מצאתי, אני פותחת רגע. מילאתי את זה 1000 פעמים כבר, זה פשוט לא עובד לי לשלוח. רגע.
אם לא, אז אנחנו נזכור.
שנייה. את השני אבל כן שלחתי.
את זה שרחלי עשתה.
המאולתר, כן. אוקיי,
כן.
כל הכבוד לרחלי קודם כל. יודעת לפתוח גוגל פורם בדקה. בדקה,
כן, הבעיה זה
תקשיבי.
שאני לא יכולה לראות את זה, אבל את שיתפת את אביבה בזה?
לא, אז לא צריך, כי כולם מילאו לאביבה, נכון אביבה? אני יכולה
כן,
לשתף את
חוץ
שתיכן,
מאודליה.
אבל נראה לי שאני אמחק אותו, רק שאודליה תהיה...
הנה, בילה עכשיו נשלח לי,
יופי, אביבה, את רואה אותה?
בוא נראה, אני בודקת.
אודליה?
יפה מאוד, אודליה.
יופי, אודליה.
אוקיי, אז
יופי,
עכשיו
תודה.
אני לא אמורה למלא, נכון?
נכון, את לא רשומה על הקורס.
כאילו יש איזה דוח מרצה?
את צריכה למלא את הדוח מרצה, אני אשלח לך במייל.
אוקיי, בסדר.
בילה?
כן.
יופי.
קודם כל זה היה מעולה.
תודה.
אני נמצאת בהמון מפגשים כאלה בשבוע האחרון, והיה ממש טוב, יש לך סבלנות, והקצב שלך נכון לרשת.
תודה.
רציתי לבקש ממך אם אפשר את הקישור שאמרת להם על על האנגליש, כן, English from home, משהו כזה.
כן,
לא
אביבה
מצאתי אותו
כדאי-
ברשת, חיפשתי, לא מצאתי.
גם כדאי שאביבה שזה יהיה באתר שלכם.
בדיוק, בשביל זה...
באתר, אז תשלחי לי, בדיוק. ותסתכלי, אמרתי לך, תסתכלי באתר מה שמתי ותגידי לי מה את רוצה שאני...
אביבה, השתמשנו בכישורים של הזום עכשיו. בעצם בילה הסבירה להם איך להשתמש בזום, אז הכישורים שם ייתנו להם הדרכה פרטית.
אני עכשיו שולחת את זה בצ'אט, בסדר?
מעולה, תודה.
האתר הזה של ה-English from home, שזה בעצם האתר של הפיקוח, שהם איחדו כל מיני רעיונות ואתרים, כתוב תיאור על האתר, וכתוב אם זה חינם, וזה ממש כלי.
זה מעולה.
פה בצ'אט?
בצ'אט פה.
הנה.
עכשיו שלחת לי, אז אני אעתיק. אוקיי, רגע, אני אעתיק אותו. לא, למה הוא לא מעתיק לי?
פתחת אבל איזשהו קובץ של...
נכון, אז דרך האתר הזה נכנסים לרשימה, כתוב שם רשימה...
ל-40 טולס?
לא, רשימה ליסט משהו.
ליסט of online tools, מדהים.
כן. בדיוק.
אז את הליסט הזה אפשר לשים, זה לא רק לאנגלית, הליסט הוא לכולם.
נכון, אבל רוב הכלים האלה הם עובדים באנגלית. הרבה מורים.
זהו, זה מדהים, הקושי של האנשים במערכת הזאת להשתמש בטכנולוגיה, ועוד אלה יודעים אנגלית. רק כל מה שחשבתי כל הזמן, שבמפגש אחר שלא של אנגלית, אז השאלות גם היו, איזה מילה אמרת? מה זה אומר?
איך מצטרפים? מה זה join? מה זה participant? והם לא אומרים את המילה הנכונה, ואז אף אחד לא מבין מה...
ועכשיו, בדיוק, עכשיו לא היה את זה, אבל עדיין היה מאוד מסורבל טכנית.
כן, יש לי שם כמה שממש מאותגרות מטכנולוגיה.
טוב, אני חושבת שקיבלנו קפה מהעולם, שמי שעד עכשיו הדיון היה אם צריך ולמה צריך, ואפילו רכזי תקשור, אביבה תסכים איתי, התלבטו אם בכלל צריך טכנולוגיה, אז עכשיו זה בכלל לא היה שאלה אם צריך, אלא רק איך ומה.
איך, נכון.
נכון, ואיזה טכנולוגיה.
ממש.
טוב.
ביי, בילה. כל הכבוד. רחלי, תודה רבה.
תודה.
בהצלחה
לכולם. תודה על העזרה. טוב, אז אני יוצאת מהמפגש.
אביבה, מה שלומך?
בסדר גמור, בהרבה מרץ, ויש לנו ב8 עוד מפגש, ואני צריכה לשלוח לכולם את הקישור.
אני מתחילה.
אני גם אמורה להצטרף.
כן.
טוב, ביי לכן.
ביי.
ביי. רגע, אם את סוגרת זה ייסגר. אוקיי, טוב.
לא, זה לא ייסגר, כי זה לא היא פתחה, היא לא הייתה מנחה, זה אחת הבעיות שהיו, היא לא יכלה להשתיק את כולם, כי היא לא הייתה, לא היה לה קוד מנחה.
אני שלחתי לה קישור.
אז אני לא ידעתי אם שלחת או לא, וגם לי שלחת קוד מנחה?
לא.
לא.
אבל שלחתי לה.
אז אני רק, כן, אז אני אומרת שגם שעוזר טכני, כדי שיהיה לו קוד מנחה, והיא יודעת המון על הזום, אפילו דברים שאני לא ידעתי.
היא התאמנה הרבה, גם התאמנו ביחד וגם היא התאמנה הרבה, זה יפה.
מדהים.
אבל
אז אני, כאילו היא הייתה צריכה עזרה טכנית אפילו יותר ממה שתכננתי, כי לעזור להם להיכנס ושישמעו את כולם, זה עשיתי, סבבה? אחרי 20 דקות כולם היו בפנים. אבל אז פתאום היא לימדה על הזום. אז בעצם היה צריך מדריך תקשוב שמכיר את הזום לעומק, היא הסבירה לצייר על המסך, ואת יודעת, כל מיני דברים על ההבדלים בין טלפון למחשב, אני יודעת אותם מתוך שימוש, אני לא יודעת אותם בצורה מקצועית. אז עזרתי בהכל, אבל כאילו, לא חשבתי שהם ידברו על הזום, חשבתי שזה רק הכלי.
נכון. טוב, זה יפה שהיא דיברה על הזום, כי האמת היא שאני צריכה להיכנס מהפלאפון לזום כדי לראות, כי יש דברים שנראים אחרת, וזה בעייתי.
נכון, אז זה מה שאמרתי להם בהתחלה, מישהי אמרה שהיא מעדיפה להשתמש בפלאפון כדי לנהל כיתה, אז אמרתי להם שזה לא מומלץ, כי יש הרבה חסרים, הראיתי להם את המסך שלי מהמחשב, איך אני רואה את כולם, צילמתי מסך והראיתי להם, כי שאי אפשר לשתף ולהסתכל על הזום, זה מוזר קצת. אז צילמתי מסך והראיתי להם איך אני מנהלת את הכיתה, איך אני רואה את הטקסטים, את השמות של כולם, את המסך עם כל התמונות של כל הילדים, אותם כאילו. ואמרתי שזה נתון לשיקול דעת, אבל אז שהיא הראתה להם איך לשתף מסך, אז פה כבר מי שהייתה עם פלאפון, זה היה לה בעיה, כי היא לא יכולה לשתף מסמך. ואז הם אמרו, אוקיי, נכון, בשביל זה צריך את המחשב.
עדיף, במחשב זה הרבה יותר ברור.
וגם אמרתי למישהי שבחד פעמי יותר קל מהפלאפון, אבל השאלה לאורך כמה זמן אני רוצה להשתמש בזה, ועד כמה אני רוצה להשקיע ללמוד את הכלי, כי הכלי לא פשוט, אבל לאט לאט לומדים כמו שלומדים אנגלית. אז הם אמרו לי, מה את אומרת, שאחרי שתעבור הקורונה אנחנו נמשיך להשתמש בזום? אני לא מתכננת להשתמש בזום. אז אמרתי להם, אף אחד לא יודע מתי תעבור הקורונה. אני לא אומרת מה יהיה אחרי, אני לא מדברת על החלומות שלי.
תראי, הוא כלי, כשמשתמשים בו רק לשיח, אבל היה מאוד טוב גם בקבוצות האחרות. וואי, שכחתי לכתוב שסיימנו 3. היה טוב. תראי, רואים את לא כולם אותו דבר, אבל אבי שיתף ונתן להם לכתוב על המצגת שלו, כמו שעשינו בהתנסות, והיה מוצלח. ונתן להם לשתף מסך ולהראות כל אחת איזה אתרים היא ממליצה שישלחו לילדים לראות, ודיברו על כמה להמיס וכמה לא. ובאקלים גן דיברו מה עושים, מה לא, כמה, והיא דיברה, האמת היא שהיא ממש לימדה גם, כי מירי, את יודעת, היא יותר מדברת. היא ממש לימדה ונתנה להם זמן להגיב, והיה טוב. וואי, טוב, רחלי, אז אני פה לא הסברתי לה מספיק איך היא מכניסה את הכל מנחה. איזה בס.
אוקיי, בסדר, את לומדת, אביבה, כאילו גם, את יודעת, לאט הדבר.
הייתי צריכה לשלוח לך אותו.
אי אפשר בפעם הראשונה בזום שהכל יעבוד טוב, זה לא עובד ככה, אמרתי להם. כשילד מתחיל לדבר אנגלית, אתם לא מצפות שהוא כבר ידע אנגלית ברמה גבוהה. לאט לאט, אנחנו עושים וטועים ועושים עוד פעם, וככה אנחנו לומדים, זה הלמידה.
וואי, טוב, רחלי, כיף לדבר איתך, ואני לחוצה שאין לי את הזה מליאת, את ה...
טוב, רק שאלה לגבי מה שכתבת לי. השתנה משהו? יש לך עוד מידע? על הלפתוח...
עוד לא הספקתי לנשום, עוד לא דיברתי איתה. את רוצה שאני אתן לך את הטלפון שלה? אולי תדברי איתה.
מי זו שאלה? מי זו שאלה?
אסנת קוראים לה, היא הרכזת תקשוב של בית שמש.
כן.
אני אתן לך את הטלפון שלה, דברי איתה.
תעבירי לי, מעולה.
אני אשלח לך, ואני אראה עם ליאת, אם זה פשוט, יש לי את הקישור של המפגש הקודם, אני לא בטוחה שזה אותו קישור.
טוב, בהצלחה.
יאללה, ביי יקרה.